Hit go. Hit the go button. It's been like 3 weeks. Oh my god. I've missed you all dearly. I have no idea where we are in the campaign or what we're doing anymore. All I know is there were some Australian things happening. We'll figure it out one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, guys. We're at week 30. Did you think you'd make it?
All the way to 30.
All the way to 30, yeah. Checked out at 5, honestly.
And we're only 2% of the way through the game. Let's go!
I mean, you're level 6, so if that's any thing to go off, that's...
I don't remember what level we started at, if I'm being completely honest.
I think it was
2.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I would have started at 1. That doesn't sound like me. I'm not a coward. Outing anyone who starts at level 1 are cowards.
No, I 100% agree. I started everybody at 2 in mine. I agree. I even gave people bonus feats and stuff.
Hey, I do that.
I do that.
The start of this game seems so long. Like January. It is October. Coming up like in a week. What?
Yeah.
Where is 21 going?
No,
and
Norm
why
and I
are we
were watching
not
some of the first episodes, and we had the same. It's like that felt so long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was literally a different person back then.
I went through mitosis.
I'm glad I could say that about this show.
Holy moly. I hope whatever your characters are now is what you envision them to be at this point. Hell, that might be one of the questions we got for this week 30. If not, I'm adding it in.
Who they are now is who they will end up being. There is no more characters.
There's no... Yeah. You are not allowed to talk to each other.
It is all combat from here on out.
It like has handed us like almost like Fire Emblem like talking options, and we're only allowed to say those lines.
Cheeki wrote out a script for us.
If you go off script, you get 1 lash.
I don't have the authority to give out lashes. Like, you gotta be a prison warden or something to do that. I don't know.
You take away hit points.
Yeah. Every time you go off script, you die a little.
But it's great to be here. I was missing it for sure.
Yeah. Kind of sad we didn't get that one last game in, because now it's just going to be you guys still in the Underdark doing this little errand.
But I mean, we get to come back, and Kama and Silas have a date to go on.
That is true. Holy moly.
Time to get some Underdark spaghetti.
Should be worth noting that Nuggets might be joining us. We'll see. He's got school and work. Busy man.
Sweet.
At the end of the day, apparently.
Oh.
But also worth noting, soon in October, Daylight Savings happens again, so I think I get an hour back, and we can play actually earlier, without me being incredibly tired. Ben's already drawn over, I've lost him. I think we're gonna zip right onto the questions. Sweet. And just try and get through them, because I'm sure we're excited to get back in and go eat food and
are we live?
kill beasts. Yeah. Well, I hope. I damn hope we are. Yeah, I think we should be. I'm just looking at my audio stuff and hoping it's not all messed up. I think we're good.
Goes to show, this is our genuine selves.
Yeah. Look, 3 weeks without stream, or 2, I don't even know if it's been 2 or 3. I think it does something to you.
Yeah.
Like, you forget how to stream if you don't do it for, like, a week.
Yeah!
It's like, what do I press? What goes where now? I have to set up my other monitor? Ugh. Anyway, you're not here to listen to me complain. I'm not here at all, honestly.
Ghost.
I'm a ghost.
Not a good ghost.
The truest. Alright, let's get to the questions. Week 30 questions. I did mean to go through the last week's questions and try to pick out any that might have changed, but I didn't.
Sweet.
You don't have to admit that.
I didn't do that.
I mean, I gotta be honest. I might next time, and there are definitely questions in this one that I definitely thought, maybe they will change in 10 sessions. So I'm gonna jot them down somewhere.
Right.
First one, I guess we'll jump right in, is from our buddy Ink, from our old pal.
Mm-hmm.
Hope they're watching. Hope they're supporting from the
shadows.
When the adventure is over, and if any of you are alive, in brackets, just because that is a potentiality, you might be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of you have any other plans concerning Melody? Since you're kind of their parents now.
To me, that seems like we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Because I think Melody might change in that span of time and may not need parental figures.
Yeah.
Like all parents, we have no idea what we're doing. We have no plans. As long as the baby is still alive at the end of the day, we've done our job.
Wait and see kind of parenting. Yeah, mainly just wait to see what Melody grows into, I guess, and then see where they want to go from there.
How smart little creature they are, learning very
Melody
dangerous
is
spells.
What happens when you create a super intelligent AI that's self-improving and getting smarter all the time, because it's like a staircase where it's here's dogs, and then up here, here's us, right? And we look at dogs, that's pretty smart. This stuff lower on the staircase, we're at the top, but nah, the staircase keeps going, and that's Melody. And Melody's gonna look at us, and we're, best case scenario, gonna be pets to them. Worst case scenario, we are inferior and must be destroyed.
Well, yeah, that's the hope for me, I hope you accidentally cross them and they realize that you are all terrible people and must be destroyed.
Just one bad thing.
Yeah,
because we could leave them with Harvey, but I don't think Harvey wants that. So.
Yeah, Harvey is also a child, and also
true.
In terms of weird life experience, Melody has probably already passed them with how quickly they're just living.
Speedrunning life.
But yeah, so I guess your current plan is to watch them and hope they don't explode.
Keep them alive.
Someone asked what's everyone's favorite flavor of the forbidden pastry that we're not allowed to speak of. I don't think I've had enough to have a favorite flavor. I don't honestly eat them that much.
Unfrosted chocolate chip, frosted strawberry.
Cold strawberry, warm s'more.
I don't even think you could use it as a s'more. Oh my god.
Yeah, mine's just s'more all the way, no matter the situation.
Brave. What is this raw with the chicken?
Was it brown sugar? Were those the ones we got?
Brown sugar maple ones, I think.
Unfrosted blueberry. Also, it literally took me a good 5 to 10 seconds to remember what that question was referring to. I was like, what? I don't understand what this is.
What's the forbidden treat again?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, blueberry, unfrosted. And that's it. I don't like others.
Any others?
Nah, I mean, I like s'more, but I don't know. That's a dessert. I'd rather, if I was gonna have that, I might as well just have ice cream or something.
The next one, I don't have one. I'll eat any. You put one in front of me, I'm eating it. My favorite one is the one in my hand at the moment. That's how I live life, It's
so that means we should buy you the sewage flavored one, right?
That doesn't exist. That you're lying to me. You are fibbing. I'm casting extra doubt on that one. by the same person, Lucas. It's more of a mechanics question, this one. Every time you're revived, you do gain a level of exhaustion, so assuming you keep dying, it'll stack, and as per it says, at 6 points of exhaustion, you die. And I don't even think I considered this. What happens at that point?
The double die.
Yeah, like, you're so exhausted you die and you can't get back up because if you're brought back you still just have 6 exhaustion and you die again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at that point you might need some
right?
magic. Yeah, I guess you just die again and have to...
Stop killing us, Cheeki.
I don't know, I'm kind of... I want to find out what happens.
With my record, we'll fucking find out.
Yeah, but you have to die 6 times.
3, 4?
I am at 4 now.
Well, I don't think, like, because you're a zealot barbarian, I think we made it that you don't get the exhaustion because it's already free to resurrect you, and it's already free to be resurrected. So we just, that's a useless skill that we just thought we'd change for this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have, like, 120 health and an insane barbarian, so... Well, when they rage, like, it doubles, so...
I double-checked, I was like, no you don't. You don't have a...
Yeah, goddamn, man. Raging is no joke.
Mm-hmm.
Like, barbarians, the most health and double, like, bloody hell.
Yeah, if you... When people get resurrected, they get 1 level of exhaustion, don't they?
Yeah.
Like... But then if they rest, it just goes away.
Yeah, but if you get rezzed, you still have that exhaustion and you die again. When you get rezzed, you have 2.
Resting.
And then
so I guess that would only really
forth.
come up... Oh. I guess that would only really come up to play if we just keep dying without resting. Yeah.
Right.
And I guess at that point, maybe that is the point where your willpower is just drained and you do
like, I don't want to come back.
all your hope. Yeah, maybe at that point I do successfully kill you. I feel that's a good... Like, if your character's gonna be killed off, I'm already putting in so many contingencies not to do that, that if you manage to die 6 times without resting, just roll that you've done something wrong.
Either you've made me mad, or you've just screwed up.
You've done something's gone
or it was
wrong.
deliberate. You were trying to make that happen.
You've captured my queen, but we are playing checkers.
My lord. We got another big list of this. Pick and choose as we want. I'm gonna pick them all. I'm gonna grab them all.
Oh.
For the whole group, how was Gen Con, guys? Y'all went. It looked awesome. Sad boy Australia over here couldn't make it.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
Give it like a 6.
Cheeky, I don't know if we told you, but we were given a free board game while we were at
I did hear. I heard it.
Literally called Australia. It's in my car right now.
You have it? Oh, I remember people discussing that nobody knew who had it at the end.
Well, some of us didn't think they were just giving us a free board game. But that did in fact turn out to be what they were doing, which was giving us a board game.
Oh, hell yeah. Free us. What do you do?
Yeah, I
with
didn't
it?
trust it. I was like, there's no way this random dude has the authority to just give us something from their library when the whole point is it's a library. You're not supposed to just give away shit.
Ironic that was a board game
so I
called
was like,
Australia, though. I think that fits.
Yeah, it was literally like I overheard the guy tell their table, "You guys won a free game. Here you go," and then walk away. And then when they were gone, I turned around and I was like, "Why did they leave the game there? It was free."
Yeah, it sounded like
grabbed it and I was like, "Here you go."
It sounded like such like a, oh, I'm just going to drop this off with you guys because I don't want to put it away.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's what I thought. I was like, don't touch it. Like the library people, when they clean up, they can take stock and be like, oh yeah, we were missing this or whatever. But like, it's not our responsibility to do this guy's job
dirty
or whatever.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my life. Is if I win anything, I immediately mistrust it. Like it's bullshit. Like, nah, I don't know. It sounds fishy to me.
Despite missing you though, Cheeky, it was a lot of fun. The 5 of us all got to go out on the floor and like we got to like hang out with a bunch of really cool creators and hang out with one another. So it was really cool. It
looked awesome. Like if it ever happens again, I'm probably going to consider making that my like one awesome trip of a lifetime, and then never leave America because why would I come back?
Hey,
I mean, Australia's pretty dope, like healthcare, so I win.
Yeah. Why would you stay in the U.S.?
use all the money you would spend on healthcare for an amazing trip.
My healthcare bucks got me here.
We'll just go down to Australia. Let's do that, and we'll just stay with you.
Why?
We'll all live in your house.
There's nothing down here.
There's you.
Except
You're
me.
down
Yeah,
there.
there's literally me. Yeah, I guess. One day we might see Antumbra live.
Yo. Let's just like
sweet.
get like. Let's just go to New York and like buy one of like their huge like stage outlets and just play it live.
Oh god,
And it will just
that
be into
live.
the audience.
Yeah, no one buys tickets. We like put tickets up for sale. There's like just a smattering of curious people. Like, what's going on?
What is this?
Antumbra, Echoes of the Eclipse. That sounds like a beautiful play.
All right.
Yeah, us playing D&D.
I mean,
Yeah,
Pranked.
people watch.
Got him.
People definitely watch.
we
that
got the
stuff.
whole. It's like the whole like table or like panel or whatever, where it's like we bring us on one at a time and like, and now we've got Vitamin Ditter playing comment. You come up and there's just like a couple people in the audience
Hey,
like, I don't know who this is, but all right.
Yay!
You just hear like people in the back. I think we're in the wrong room. It's like, no, stay. Come on.
You just start seeing people like walk out.
Yeah, it's the worst. It's like once you finally get introduced, you see people leave, and you're like,
Yeah.
It's just gonna be us playing. It's us playing
Awesome.
over the sounds of people trying to get out of the doors that are locked. So you just like,
Oh, that is hilarious. But
you can also bring your own
God forbid.
audience like soundtrack or whatever.
Yeah,
So,
the
like,
laugh
we
track.
need something to fill the stadium.
We just never show the audience. Like anytime we ever like go to turn it around, we make some excuse, like an ad runs or something.
Or if we ever do turn the camera, like it'll just cut to like footage of a different audience
Yeah,
from like
of a very
an
obvious
80s game
different-
show. That's clearly a different area. Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, Gen Con
That's how
was
Gen Con
good.
went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many of you have DM'd, and how do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
I
DM'd.
think everyone here.
I think everyone's had a go at it, right?
Mhm.
I guess what's the longest game any of you have ever DM'd? I guess it might be a better gauge of if you liked it that much or not.
Almost 4 years now, still going.
Damn.
Hey.
That's my home game with L, which is Tales from Eurosa, which I may or
That's
may
almost
not be
3
trying
years.
to come
I
up.
think we're a
Yeah,
little off.
almost 3 years, but I may or may not be trying to write a book for it after I complete it.
Hey,
the classic.
nice.
Nice.
I DM'd a campaign for a year and a half. That is finished, so from start to end, and that was a lot of fun. And now the players who were in that, I've started a new campaign with that I'm also DMing.
Awesome.
Nice.
So clearly they enjoyed it, or they wouldn't be back.
That's what they tell me. Yeah. They say we enjoyed it.
Sweet. I think I DM'd for like a year to try to introduce some people to D&D because I had no one like physically that I could play with. So I was trying to introduce people to D&D. And after a year, one of them was just like, yo, I kind of want to DM. And I was like, take it. Go. So I was like, you do you. Like, awesome. Let's go. And now, like, that group is, like, switching or rotating DMs. So I was like, that's great.
Get you a group that rotates DM
Yeah.
in your set. I suppose if you had to choose To only ever be a DM again, or only ever be a player, what would you choose? I feel like it's pretty much a no-brainer in terms of effort you have to put in.
Yeah. I don't know if I could maintain like the level of brain power required to be a DM for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
If I could only be in one game, if like I could only play D&D like one game, I would probably say DM, but otherwise player. If I like that way, I can play multiples.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
Luckily, I don't have to make that decision.
I mean, fair. Screw hypotheticals, am I right?
Yeah, I guess it would depend. It would depend on like the group of people that I have, because there's some group of people where I was just like, DMing for them is probably better for me. Whereas, for example, this group, I was like, I want to be a player. But I think more often than not, I would probably prefer to be a player. I think DM wise is for when I want to like introduce people to D&D. Otherwise, I prefer being a player, I think.
I don't know. I'm on the fence because like I change as time goes on. Like a year or two ago, I would have said player. Now I'm thinking maybe DM. But then in 5 years, who knows where I'll be? So it's kind of hard to decide.
I also think it changes based on what you're doing currently. Like, I think if I was DMing a game now, I would probably say DM.
If I wasn't already 30 sessions in, I'd be like, yeah, maybe I do want to DM. And then 30 sessions later, I'm like, no, I don't. I want to sleep all day and do nothing and just show up to a session in my pajamas and just play. Alright, but if you could only ever be a player again, would you choose to do that if you knew every time you were going to play there's a spider in the room?
Oh god!
The classic spider intrusion, you know?
Spider, yes.
I live in a room full of spiders, so yeah.
Alright.
I think statistically, you are in a room with a spider right now.
There's like a bunch just over the side here.
I haven't seen one, so like I could imagine that I don't share a space with a spider for now.
Yeah, like it could, and you do not know the danger level of this spider. That's a gamble, but you know it is in the room.
Who's choosing the spider?
The spider provider.
Is what you mean that the spider provider changes the level of danger of the spider each time? Because I already don't know the danger level of most spiders.
Oh no.
Luckily, I live north enough that all venomous spiders are so small, or their venom is so weak that they don't really create a little welts when they bite you, if they bite you, and that's about it.
Well, it's to assume the spider provider's taking from the area, right? It could be a random
I
spider
can
from
only assume that,
space.
because if spider provider is trying to assassinate me with a black widow, there's not much I could do about it.
Right.
I'll just play D&D.
That's life.
And if I'm lucky enough to see it before it like is able to bite me,
Yeah, what's the chance that I encounter the spider while I play?
Ooh, that's up to you and the spider.
Because like if we encounter the spider, it's put it in the jar and then just keep it in the corner.
I'm wishing that spider if I see it. Like, no, God.
The spider provider will remember
if you
this.
kill the spider, then spider provider puts another spider in.
Well, see, that's the thing. Is it one spider or is it a constant?
Well, it's one spider per. Anytime you play, you know there is at least one spider in the room provided by the spider provider.
Right.
And you can kill it, but next time you play, there is another spider provided.
You also just said at least one.
Well, those could be random spiders. He's not providing
it's
them.
a possibility like he can just dump a whole bag.
No. He's only allowed to provide one.
Here.
He can only provide one. They could just be spiders that were already there.
He gets 365 spiders throughout the year. Like some days, if he's sick, he gets to put another spider in.
Okay, if some malevolent force has the power to put any spider in my room, and they might deliberately fuck with me by putting in a full-grown tarantula in my room, I might never play D&D again. I might actually just not. I'd be all right watching. I don't think I'd
Spider
ever play again if that was the
claims
risk.
another victim.
I'm not giving in to the spider provider. I want whatever he's got to give me.
That's your final mistake. Your last words will be, "Oh shit, is that a spider?"
This must not be one of the poisonous ones.
Yeah, your last words, poison.
Poison. Yeah, if I know.
Poison is funny because it implies I ate the spider.
Yeah, right.
How
Poison
dangerous
and
is the
venom
spider?
is different.
It was in your pumpkin pie this whole time.
Eat it before it eats you.
If I know that there's a spider, I could preventively like get myself wrapped into like some night like tape and such, sort of a beekeeper outfit, so I could be like, I'm good.
Also, if we know that there's a spider, do we just know that it is in the room, or do we know where said spider
You don't
is
have
since we know
location.
where
You
it
just
is?
know it exists in your room.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we may need to move
Well, I
on from
wouldn't-
the spider.
Yeah,
provider.
I added that in it with some
Power.
spice.
I'll say this. My last word on this is if we ever were to play in a like on a stadium, like a live play show, I'd play then because it's a stadium. It could be anywhere in that stadium. Could hit someone in the audience. I'd be like, sorry, I really wanted to play today.
You could get a very big room, and then like chances of you being near the spider are slim because it's a huge room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the next question is for little on me, and it is if I ever fear causing a TPK, given how I've built this world. And I don't think so, because I put in a lot of measures not to TPK. Like, even if you all die, I got threads everywhere prepared for these things. I mean, if you all die, you just get like a cool cutscene or something, like...
Yo.
Yeah, if
Still
we all
punished.
die, these threads you speak of weave a little safety net.
Exactly.
To catch us and bounce us back up.
Well, you land
Provided.
somewhere horrifying, and you have to live with the fact you've been killed and everything. But we've seen people who have died get good things, so only in D&D,
got
in
the
this
impression.
D&D
Cool.
game, that do not take that out of context. You do not get good things if you die. Don't die.
Look, I gotta live with the fact that I've been born. You think I can't live with the fact
Yeah,
that I
sure.
died once or twice? Come on.
And if I wasn't DMing this and I was a player in this campaign, what would I play as? And I think I'd have to play as Graham. Just because I want to play as him in a different game just because he's so fun to play, but I think everyone in the party would hate me.
Oh no.
Well, here's the
Yeah,
thing.
until
If
you-
you were playing in a group where like all the characters were Graham levels of kind
Oh
of
god.
untrustworthy, I think everyone would get along like a house on fire.
Yeah, I think he would add a little bit of chaos to the group if he was always just pointing out all these things and being the smart ass he is and insinuating danger.
Also, when you bust out telekinesis like it's nothing, it's hard to stay mad when we need it. You know what I mean?
Sure. Other than that, yeah, I don't really know. I think it'd just be some smart ass caster. I think that's what I'd be playing in this situation.
Magic user.
Definitely a magic user, I reckon. For Fel and possibly Shane, what brought on the fact? What brought on the whole Ra being your patron, Flotsam?
In a previous one-shot that we did that was DM'd by Eldritch, Shane and I played 2 warlocks, and at the end of this, when I basically I told Shane that was like, my character would have gone and been like your patron, and I liked that your patron would have been my, hold on, your character would have been my patron for my character, and I like that idea a lot, and goodbye, Shane.
There goes.
Shane's still upset about the idea.
I think I was
hated the idea.
I think I was in that one, Fel. I think I kept everyone around to get killed by our god. I remember we all got there, and everyone was like, "Let's go," and I'm like, "No, we're bringing our god into this realm."
I wasn't explaining it to you specifically.
I know, but
I really liked. Shane and I were talking about that concept for like at one point, and then it came time where I realized I wanted Flotsam to be part warlock, and I didn't really want the kind of traditional patron.
Yeah, just some other random fiend showing up.
Yeah, so I kind of brought the idea up generally through you, Cheeki, and then and then Shane was cool with it, and then we just kind of ran with it. It's not like totally confirmed that the Hellion is like the patron in like the normal sense, but the patron in like the sense that that's where Flotsam is starting to develop some different magical gifts and abilities, and they're, I think, what you can tell, very clearly connected to the Hellion in some way. The Hellion also plays an important part in Flotsam coming back to life, and so that's sort of one of the things that we drew from when making that decision. Yeah,
you literally have their blood fueling your body, so it did make sense that some of their power would impart on you in some sort of patron-esque way, right? You know, their patronage is blood, so...
Now Shane goes.
Yeah, now Shane.
Shane's like, I'm not answering this.
I think, like, when you have an opportunity to do that in a game, you should. Not often as a DM are you offered chances to, like, weave together things so perfectly like this has kind of set itself to be, so... If your player ever comes to you and says, hey, can I, like, do this, and you're not kind of excited about it, as long as it's not, hey, can I change my stats to all 20s? Like, yeah, tell them to...
I did try, but then Cheeki was
yeah, I was like, hit the road, Jack. I think the extension to that is, can the audience hear about your precious cat? I'm not sure if that's for both of our cats, or if it's just your cat, but how is your cat?
My cat?
Yeah, did it miss you from Gen Con? Like,
it did. Do you want me? I can go get her, but
I mean, that's...
Answer another question, and then
Yeah, we'll see.
Great. Stinks. That's
As usual.
I have two.
You have two?
I have two cats.
Oh, did you get a new one recently, or did you have an old one?
No, I've always had an older one. It's more of my fiance's cat, but I have the cat that I consider mine. Her name is Peach, and she's the one that's normally in here. But the door is closed because she was bothering me.
Yeah, our new cat, a goblin, who you've probably seen. They're in recordings, I'm sure. They're now big, which is annoying because they're larger than a pocket size. We just got them fixed, and now they are like the cuddliest. They didn't purr before we fixed them, and now they purr. They also snore now, somehow. I don't know what they did. I think it's a different cat, honestly, but still a menace and likes to fight everything. Yeah. It was a wild ride. She's long. A long cat. Speaking of cats, next question for Tabby. How is the barbarian life treating you? I don't think we've had, like, a proper combat.
We haven't really done combat.
Well, I guess,
once.
You were up on the banisters fighting the cloakers, so you did like, butcher the heck out of one of them.
The real test is going to be the boss fight.
Next boss, yeah. We'll have to see how it fares.
Because right now, it's basically the same as, like, Silas being, like, destroying creatures in single combat.
Yeah, I am just terrified of your 70 health. I am not looking forward to whittling that down.
I'm happy about it. Because he had terrible health as a paladin.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm gonna make everything do 50 times more damage now. Only to you, somehow.
Somehow.
they have vorpal blades against only lion-shaped people.
Only furries.
Only furries.
Which I think, would that count?
It's just a razor.
Oh no. It's clippers.
They all have anti-rage magic.
Yeah. They all play calm emotions permanently. Next one's for Nuggets, but they ain't here, but it's how is Whirlwind handling all of this with the resurrection? Do they comprehend this? We're not sure, are we? I guess Comet could ask them, but they seem fine. They seem stalwart. I'm not sure what you'd get out of them.
Mr. Whirlwind, how do you feel about the current climate that you're in? Noted.
Nay, is that no, or are you being a horse? For Eldritch, how often do you allow Lex to roast people like they did to Ra after the oak fight?
This is a recent phenomenon. I mean, Lex has only been able to manifest for like a week.
Yeah, like since level 4 or something. 5?
No, it was a level 6 ability.
Level 6, yeah, God, it's been minutes.
Yeah, so he hasn't really been able to now without, like, Adelaide's book. Just yelling at
holding a book up at someone. Hold my book back.
And we're going to be 6 for a hot minute longer.
Yeah, you're going to be doing a lot of side stuff now, it seems. But that's fine. Level 6 is fine, guys. You can be okay with it. For Ditter, they are commenting on the feeling when the most friendly, cuddliest character makes you cry the most. How did you do it?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Hey, you built them. You knew what you were doing.
I mean, I don't really understand what the question is trying to say.
I guess just where did this all come from? This whole star symbolism and comet and just them being that amazing Iroh-esque character, I suppose.
I mean, I think I've talked about it before.
I think so. It seems a bit familiar.
When we were making the character, or when I was making the character for the campaign, I was not sure what kind of class I wanted to play, so I read, I was like, what classes are new, what classes have I not played? I saw Tasha's, Tasha was like new when I was making comment. Yeah, like Tasha had just come out. And so I was like looking through the stuff, and I saw Cleric, and I was like, I liked playing Cleric in a one-shot that I did. I was like, Cleric is kind of a cool class. And I saw the Twilight Cleric, and I was just like, that looks cool. I want to play that. And then as I kept going, there was like the Druid of the Stars, and I was like, what if I double up on stars?
Not surprising coming from Ditter. He's gonna rock the stars. If anyone knows Ditter, they know they are the starriest person in existence.
So I was like, if I just double up on these stars, and then like Comet just kind of grew from there. I was just like, why is our star so important to him? This is why. What makes this important? If that was important, like how much would he care? And like it was all that kind of stuff that just kind of grew from there.
The whole damn Gemini thing.
Yeah.
That was from like very early on. That was like we've had that for ages.
I had that like day one. I was like, her name is Gem, and I want it to be Gem and I at the very end. I had it like down, and I was like, this is great. I want this. So I was sitting on that for a while, but Comet just kind of grew from like looking at classes, really. Otherwise, it was just kind of like I want him to care about things. That's just kind of what grew from there.
I mean, I feel that is a pretty common archetype to see, like the friendliest, most happy-seeming characters having really dark stuff happen and them living with it. which I think you play very well with the characters you choose.
Well, thank you.
So never join any of my games ever again, because I don't want to cry.
Right. You are banned from my games.
Yeah. Don't show up tomorrow. I won't be here. Next two are for Viridians. One being, when is the mask coming off? And I think we all know when that's happening. Which is, we don't have a clue.
Right now.
Yeah. Just run up to him in the city, just no prompt.
Oh my god, just one of the nights where he's not here, where like, I take off Viridian's mask.
It's like, I roll to stop you, and you just, all his rolls suck.
Yeah.
Second part of this is, how's the boy Chris doing? We don't know. He walked off into that forest, torch ablaze. Who knows if he shows back up? I don't. I'll probably just throw him in someday when I think it's funny. Like I do most things.
When the forest catches on fire, we'll know.
Oh yeah, when you see the lion's blaze flare, and you'll know. Next part of that is the curiosity in behind Viridian's class choices, in how they're a triple class of craziness right now, and they would like to know their process of choosing. But we'll save them for when they're there. And the last one we have here, finally, it's been like 40 minutes, is this person wants a hug. Their first question is, can they get a hug? Aww. And I think, obviously, like, yes.
Yes.
That is... Maybe not from Fel.
You might have COVID, I gotta be careful.
Yeah, true.
I don't know you, stranger.
Could be the elbow bump. You wouldn't hug a stranger? If a stranger came up and was just like, I really need a hug right now, dude.
Definitely not in that scenario.
Well, I guess in Australia it's a different man.
Yeah.
Hey, give me a hug.
Okay, maybe they don't sound like that. They sound like a pirate. Hey, give me a hug, go on.
They're doing this with their fingers like, come on, I just want a hug.
They got a knife. Hey,
don't leave me hanging. I can't help it. This is just how I talk, and I do this with my fingers.
I'm naturally creepy.
Hugging. People say I have a human embrace.
Oh no! I thought you. Oh god!
I hate that. I hate that.
I
don't know. I'm like 80% likely to just hug someone if they ask for it. So
yeah, if there's like no major red flags, right? It's like, yeah, what?
Yeah,
hug and
especially
run.
If they're like, hey, are you like Vitamin Ditter?
Oh my god!
Can I get like a picture or like a hug or something?
A picture of a
hug?
Yeah, a picture of a hug.
Yeah. Just to hang up on my wall, get me through the dark times. The real question under it, like, well, I guess I'm not discounting a questionable hug, but you know,
that's a serious question.
Yeah, this is a question you might be able to answer as your characters. If you all had a wish right now in game, what would it be for? And why would it be $1 billion?
And what would you do with the money?
Yeah, what would you do with the money? I always thought for this, couldn't you, like... There's always that thing, like, you can't wish for more wishes, right? But what if I wished for, like, a genie lantern, right? I'm not wishing for more wishes. I'm wishing for I'm wishing for a genie lamp. It's not my fault that comes with wishes.
I think I know what Silas would do, which is he would wish his town was back and normal.
Right.
It.
That and that they forgot that they were there.
To fix and forget.
Because he doesn't. He's still extremely guilty about.
Oh, you should be.
They're dying.
Yeah, you should be.
And it's entirely his fault.
They're all dead.
In his own mind.
I will never let any of you let go of the guild.
Yeah, that's what Silas would wish for. Just an Uno reverse on that one.
A redo.
I think Flotsam would probably wish that like Ra's crimes were pardoned, or alternatively that like Ra had the ship and the means to pirate in the way that Ra wanted.
Fair enough. Not even an inkling of selfishness in there. No, I want to know what I am or who I am, or go back to those days.
No, I don't think so.
Fair enough. No wish to know if Graham is trustworthy.
Yeah.
Just wish, can I trust him?
Are you
That's
sure
for
you can
Adelaide
wish for
to
literally
wish.
anything? Nope, I wish Graham is dead. I want him to be dead as soon as possible.
All
No
Grahams
consequences,
die.
just gone.
I wish buses existed and that one would fall on him.
Well, I guess in all seriousness, I think the first impulse for Adelaide would be to wish this problem away. But if she thought on it for like a couple seconds, it's I don't know how a wish would grant this, but she would want all the answers to all problems in the world.
Damn.
Just there.
Yeah, give me the answer.
I'm not even sure how you'd do that as a DM, you know, like... Yeah, you know all answers. It's like, how do you implement that into
I think
a
how
game?
you implement that is you give Elle the password to your DM account and say, your turn.
Your turn.
Go.
You're the DM now.
Graham and Adelaide change places.
Oh no.
Suddenly.
Oh no.
We are one and the same.
I think I mean, yeah, much like Adelaide, it's like the smart wish would just be like, hey, that big thing, like, let's get that gone.
Yeah, everything is fixed.
Yeah, right. But I think in the place that he is now, if asked for a wish, Comet would probably just wish that all the friends that he's made would be safe, would like be guaranteed to be safe.
Fair enough. Just perma safety.
Yeah.
That is
'Cause
very
he
common.
Walks up to somebody and was like, "Hey, we're friends now. You're safe."
Yeah. If friend equals safe.
Yeah, exactly. That'd probably be his.
Fair enough. I think that's one I'm going to save and like come back to at week 40 and see if anyone's got different wish they would make. But as of now,
Want to know my answer?
yeah. I think as I just heard
Good,
Ra
move on, that's fine.
No, I think yours is to move on and play the game.
I already chose your wish.
Yeah, I think because I
Nah.
Fel talking about Ra, I was like, yeah, Ra's got a wish.
I think Ra would wish for a slide whistle.
Oh, dude. Look at
That'd
how
be
big.
really funny. Whenever something bad happens for the boss, like that, like they kind of bungle something, just kind of pull the slide whistle. You know?
An animated
Humiliating.
slide whistle.
And the fact that I spent a wish to make this happen is even more humiliating. That, or I would wish for that sound effect to play every time one of my enemies like rolls a natural 1 on something.
I mean,
like,
you totally
trips up or
could.
falls over.
With the spell Magic Mouth, you can do that. And that is hilarious to me.
I think that's what Ra would do, just because she thinks it's funny. And it would be really funny to like go through life, and then just anytime someone tries to pose her, if they fuck up, they would know this too, because like word would spread that anytime you stand against Ra, if you fuck up in front of her, this comedic little slide whistle sound plays for everyone to hear, and no one can take you seriously after that.
Okay, I mean, it do definitely seem like a joke, but I am coming around to it. I do think that's a good wish. I would probably change my wish to that.
Yo, dibs on that wish?
Yeah. That's all we have on the community post. I'm just going to check the last episode real quickly to see if there's any in there. Though I don't think No, I think that's all we got. I think that's all
Good
I'm
session,
willing to
guys.
say. It's been 50 minutes.
Yeah, that's a wrap on session 30.
Oh man, good week 30. I'd like the chat close this entire time. How you all going? Good. I hope you're doing good. Let's actually play a game, right?
Sweet.
Let's get in here and get you all back to where you were.
Let's see what drow cuisine is like.
Y'all headed down into the Undermine in hopes of finding some dope tools to make your weapons better. You found a supplier of dope tools, but they wanted your help to kill some bugs before they give you dope tools. And metal.
The fiends.
Oh, the menaces. Comet. Well, yeah, Comet. You were dragged away by Silas after looking at some of the cuisine here and being reminded that restaurants exist. So you went to find one of those to go to a restaurant before you go fight a beastie, I suppose. So you both are running off into town, somewhere doing that. I think Adelaide, you wandered off to kind of just walk about the town. Flotsam, you found out that one of the drow gem smiths had the only gem you're interested in right now, unless, I don't know, maybe your pirate instincts is kicking in and all these gems looking mightily worth a lot. But one of them is especially important to getting your brain fixed by Graham. And unless you're willing to fork out 750, was it? That we bartered it down to?
I wrote down 800. So
800? Okay, yeah, I think it was. I think I was between those two. I think it would have been 800.
Okay.
So yeah, either you have to find a way to fork up that much gold, or you could potentially go dig up a head that you know might have one, and forego spending a lot of money, but also digging up a head and ripping his brain out. So whether Flotsam wants to ever go do any of those, that's up to them. Viridian's doing him. He's sitting here talking to Whirlwind about being underground and how it's dark.
Horsing around, you could say.
Yeah. The only people left in the main square was Riley, Hellion, Flotsam, and Viridian, I'm pretty sure, as you were all more or less just waiting for the others to get back from their little restaurant.
Well, I think Adelaide was talking to somebody, weren't they?
I'm not sure. Is there someone you
I
went
think she
to
was
go
just talking
talk?
to Riley and figuring out more about the situation, and then wandered off.
Yeah, I think you were questioning what the beast was, and I'm not sure if we ever said what it was.
I don't think so either.
I'm not sure if Riley
the gist
ever
was
disclosed.
just bug or beastie.
Yeah, we're
There's
beastie.
a lot of talk of bugs around.
Yeah, being in the Underdark, there are a lot of weird bug-like creatures. But I suppose, is there anything the main square people would like to do before we crossfade over to the people in the restaurant to go see what they're up to?
He's about to leave.
Yeah, please do something until Duke gets back.
I would have gone. I guess I would have stayed with the Hellion.
Yeah.
See what they were up to. So, nothing else that I intend to do.
That is more than fair.
Are we literally waiting for the people? Are we literally waiting for the people who aren't here? To
No.
What to do?
Adelaide, if you have kind of secluded yourself from others and walked a bit away, at some point, a shimmering blue light appears next to you as your little buddy Lex kind of appears not really trying to get your attention, but more looking around at the pretty lights and taking it in themselves. Kind of just walking with you wherever you walk, not really trying to bother you in any way. But after a while of silence or looking at each other, whatever the two of you crazy cats do, his head and presumably his invisible body turn towards you, and he raises one of his eyebrows. You choose. Ada, are we... Graham said a lot and did a lot. He opened up Blossom's head. That was real, right? I wasn't dreaming.
It was real. That did happen. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. Flotsam seemed okay with whatever was happening. It seemed to be, if anything, a procedure of examination more than repair. But that doesn't mean I like what's happening. Flotsam seems to think he's broken in some way.
Well, I'm sure he's figuring that out. He seems to trust us enough to oversee that business.
I mean, it's not difficult when the alternative is Graham.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, yeah. But are we going to trust them? Well, you know, they said about the stuff in the crypt and the stuff potentially about you and your family down there. What do we...
If we ever wind up there, we'll have... I assume we'll be with the whole group in its entirety. I don't know what's down there. I don't know what to expect. And I don't like the insinuation that it is my family.
How does he know things? And when do we get to know things? Maybe... I'm not saying
when do we get
should
to know things?
trust him.
I'm tired of not knowing things.
And Graham knows a lot. And I know we don't trust him, but maybe we should talk to him more than just insulting him so we can know things as well. Don't trust Lex.
Not you too, Lex.
Lex becoming like DM, like tool tips.
Hey, he's just concerned. He likes knowing things. This is your character, shut up. Lex would say this. I made him. He would.
Listen, I don't want to enable Graham. I don't know what he wants, but I don't imagine it's good. He's obviously self-interested. And I assume that us, succeeding in our quest is more of a side effect of his larger scheme. I doubt he has our best intentions in mind.
Yeah, but neither do we. In terms of everyone else.
I fear that Graham may be even more intentionally malicious than I am.
Yeah, he does. He isn't us, so... I mean, I know I can trust you.
Let's just say I don't enjoy spending time with people that promise they can help me. I've seen Graham's type before.
I'll trust you. But I think we should give him a chance with this one. If what he says is all true and there is some stuff down here and he doesn't, I don't know, blow us up with it.
I mean, if there is stuff down there, we'll have to look down there eventually.
What if it's big? How are we gonna hide it from everyone if it's... We don't want everyone knowing if it's something about you. We just walk in and there's all this stuff about you, I mean... We might have to talk about it.
Let them talk.
He kind of nods,
I mean, the worst thing that could
looking back
happen
at
is they
everyone.
won't want to work with me anymore. And that's fine.
I suppose we would have to stop coming down to these places and... We're getting tools? What are we... We are far away from the thing we're meant to be doing.
We're building up our equipment. We're taking some necessary precautions. I don't like being down here as much as the next person, but... have to do what we have to do. Are you doing okay?
They seem to look a bit shocked that you would ask. They nod. I'm fine. Just figuring out why I'm what I am. I don't know. Appearing as I am, it's confused me a lot. I mean, I know we've gone through what we've gone through, but, like... I mean, you don't remember who I was at all?
No, I don't.
Was that because you didn't know people, or was I kind of just... Did no one know about me?
I mean, I couldn't be sure. I was much more in my own head then. I don't think I quite paid attention to anything around me.
I mean, we'd be friends if I was still a person, right? Like, you'd still want me around and chilling here with you with this weird stuff going on. You trust me, right? I wasn't a book.
Of course, Lexa. I do trust you.
He kind of nods, believing you. Cool. He looks away a bit nervous. So this place is kind of cool, kind of pretty.
Sure. Yeah. Lots of glowy rocks and mushrooms. And
Like,
lots of boy.
we'd never come to the Underdark if it wasn't for this. That could be worse.
No. I don't like the swoopy things that live on the ceiling. I could do without those.
Yeah, like the world could do. Why do they exist? Like what?
They look like someone took an umbrella and made it evil.
I mean, people have done weirder. People made weird little meat men.
Well, I guess we better get used to it. I have a feeling we're going to see weirder than evil umbrellas.
Well, at least we manage. You know, we've been getting pretty strong. Like, you've been casting spells that, like, jeez. Like, you're like a master wizard.
I mean, it's definitely... It's useful being able to have you around. I mean that in the way of I can cast spells through your location. That's weird.
That's awesome. Like,
it is.
I can appear and shoot magic. Like, that gives me some weird nostalgic feeling whenever it happens. It's cool.
Nostalgic.
I don't know, but I guess I was a wizard before I was this, right? I'd assume.
I guess it would make sense.
My face is coming back. I don't know. When does this end? I'm unsure on what I am.
And you don't have any memories. You're not getting any back, are you?
No, I'd probably remember why I'm wearing an eye patch. I don't know why. Don't know why I'm rocking an eye patch. That's not very.
I mean, I don't think you were a pirate.
He kind of looks around.
This would change things if you were a pirate.
He looks down and he's like, "You'd still like me if I was a pirate, right? You'd still want to hang out with me if I was a pirate. What if I'm a pirate wizard? What if I was a wizard for pirates?
Well,
I don't know. I swear I wasn't. I mean, I think I was.
I don't think you were a pirate.
But you don't know. We don't know. I wasn't a pirate. Nah.
You weren't a pirate.
Yeah, I was a wizard. The screen fades away from that mess of a pirate conversation.
Pirate slander.
Yeah, like. But he is wearing an eye patch. Nah, he's.
Couldn't be.
Couldn't be.
No, there's no way.
That's not. No.
Not Lex.
Not Lex. Not our boy.
Oops, all pirates.
Yeah, oops, all pirates. We crossfade over to a duo of cool cats hanging out, just having sat down in a restaurant. You get like a nice window view of this kind of upper area restaurant. This kind of teenage drow walks over, takes like one look at you, and then walks off, and then comes back with like a menu in common rather than in undercommon. And she hands it to you, gives a very like I work here smile. I'm here for the job and to get money. I'll be back in a minute to order. And she walks off after handing it to you. We'll throw the camera down here into this beautiful scene I've set up down here at you two. Having a lovely... I'll shift ping yous. There you go. That's what you're seeing. This is it's fantastic.
I've literally become the like Italian restaurant owners from The Lady and the... The waiter comes and plates a plate of spaghetti in front of you. There's one large meatball in the middle.
Oh yeah, it's one big snail. One escargot. And we got meatballs down here. You look out into the totally not under place from Skyrim, and it's the underdog from this world. It's cool, big glowing, a lot of glowing fauna. That's not animals, right?
That it's animals, flora.
Flora, okay. There are glowing animals as well, screw you.
Granted, fungi do count as fauna.
Hey.
Yeah, fungi are closer related to animals than plants, so...
Keep spouting facts and I won't be a fun guy anymore. I've been angry. You look at your menu written in common, and it all seems to be foods you have not really heard of before, and creatures cooked in various things you have not heard or can comprehend. There's no pictures on any of these because they're not that kind of restaurant. But you do,
no pictures.
Looking around, you do see a lot of people are eating like very fungus-based meals with like strange underdwelling creatures mixed in with it. A lot of it is shells having to be dealt with. It's very messy eating if you are not careful. A lot of these require a lot of dismantling to eat. And you are left sitting in a very small chair for you, Comet. Like, it is tight. They got you on the biggest seat, but it's still... They did not have seats for people of this heft.
So, it's a cafeteria?
I have no idea. I've only heard in, like, when my younger sister used to read books about, like, people doing this.
Why are there so many tables?
I don't know.
That they're just
normally
one big
it's supposed
one.
to be like, yeah, it's supposed to be like one with like a candle or something.
Right.
Just gonna take like the
menu.
That's the word. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
He's gonna,
I couldn't
read
think
it
of it
like
either.
this. He has to like get within like an inch of it.
You hear some music pipe up, kind of a bit distantly. It's been played in like maybe another room, but it's definitely like the Ratatouille song. It's like
why didn't we bring everybody else here?
Well, it's from what I've heard, it's usually just between two people who are close. Also, do you think we could fit them around a table this big?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of tables. I guess they would have to have their own. So they only give us food if it's two of us?
I have no idea. I've never been in one of these before. It's so exciting.
Yeah, what? Wait, so do I have to tell them what I want? Usually they just have one option.
I think it might be like you have to point at the thing.
Okay. Well, I'll take
this might be a bad time to mention I don't know how to read.
Oh, well, I can tell you what they have.
They make no sense even to you.
Yeah, I can tell you what they have, but I don't know if we'll like all of them. There's something here that says Cloaker Ink Spaghetti. There's
I don't know if that sounds good or terrible.
Yeah, I'm not sure. A Displacer Loaf?
So there is
does that just mean to like lose a loaf and you have to go find it?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe you just can't
I
grab
like
it.
that you both have half a picture, and together you make the whole picture. Like, you each have a little bit of information to go off of.
I can really feel you two passing the one brain cell back and
But wait. Does the gold thing apply here?
I think so. It's usually you have to buy things. It's like a market, but they make the food for you and we get to eat it.
Oh, kind of like that thing. Wait, was I supposed to be paying every time I took something from out there?
Maybe? From where specifically?
From the bug. So the bug, when I was at the academy, they gave us food. They gave us really anything we asked for.
Sounds really fancy.
Well, me and Jem were supposed to be important. So gold, and I hold up the gold. We never really touched this. So this is confusing for me.
Yeah, I think it's like the numbers that on here, and you'll like turn it around and like I'm guessing they probably have prices listed next to the food, just like a normal menu
listed with the
it's like
universal money symbol of the world, the GP right at the end.
But Zealous, I mean, thank you for taking me over here. This was really interesting. I didn't know these places existed.
I've always wanted to go to one of these, but society decided to collapse. And it's the whole like, I'm actually 30 when I thought I was like 20.
Right.
God, I'm old.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think you still look good. Like, I don't really know how old I am, to be honest, but especially not after what I've been told.
You fell out of the sky, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that has an age.
Was it like, well, I don't know if that's like a birthday, but we can call it like your fall day.
I think I kind of like that.
Do you remember like what season it was?
I don't remember a lot from when I was younger. I know I've never really celebrated something like that. It's always kind of just been learning to read, learning to write, learning how to control people that I didn't. So birthdays weren't really a thing we celebrated or did.
Huh. Like you were raised as a noble. Are you royal? Have you been royalty like this whole time? And
No. We've been through this before. Remember, last time people thought I was important, bad things happened. I can't have people thinking that. But
I mean, I'm not going to think you're royalty. You're a podunk adventurer like me.
Yeah, I mean, the friends we've been through they know way more than I do. Like, I mean, if anyone's royalty, I would assume Adelaide would be.
Oh yeah, she definitely seems like the queen bee type.
Right. I mean, from the stories I read, I know that she could probably have her voice heard by more people than most.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Flotsam was our captain, or is our captain. So I don't know what royalty is supposed to do, but that feels important.
I mean, I'm kind of leaning a little over the table now. Is it just me, or do they have like a thing like Flotsam and Raw?
Flotsam and Raw?
Like, are they a couple? I've been thinking that they're like a couple this entire time.
A couple? I mean, they're two.
A couple of pals.
Huh?
There's two of them. I think that's a couple, if I'm counting correctly.
Oh god, It was hard explaining this to, like, my sisters. Come on, you know what love is, right?
I mean, yeah. You know, I love Gem. I love Adelaide. I love Flotsam. I love Raw. I love you.
Get right in the face a little bit.
Mid-list, the girl walks back over, kind of like furrowing their brows. You're just stating you love everyone. Can I get you a bunch of drinks, maybe? Unless you want to order.
Yeah, like, what do you have? This is our first time being... What's the name of this place? We're very much not from around here.
The name of this place? Man, you're gonna make me name this place. The Mushroom Side Restaurant. I don't know.
Sweet.
You're at a... So this is a Denny's.
This is a Wendy.
Yeah, Mushroom Side Restaurant. Mainly because they have a lot of mushrooms on the side of their building. They're below the windows, you can't see them.
Yeah, you know, that makes sense.
Hey, we name what we see.
Right.
I guess, what do you guys like? I mean, I could just list off the whole list, but you kind of got it.
I mean, do you have anything with meat?
Yeah, like red meat specifically?
Well, we have meat, yes, but it does come from everything down here. We did just get cloaker in. There's couple of the boys brought it in this morning, a little bit ago.
Oh, I am curious.
A lot of this stuff will remind you a lot of creepy crawlies from the surface. I'm not sure if you eat insects much up there, but we don't got cows or sheep or stuff like that. But trust me, some of this stuff is better. It's just more rubbery, I hear it be described as. A bit more velvety.
I mean, I'm down to try, like, the cloaker, because when we were coming down, I was interested. I still have some in my backpack.
Yeah, we actually, you know what? That's a good idea. We should learn how to prepare it. So that's probably a good example to have from people that know how to do that.
She looks a bit confused. You want to cook it here? You want to help cook it?
Oh, no. Well, we want to know how it's cooked so we
can
later.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll get some cloaker stews. Hot or cold?
Is it which do you get it? Do you get it hot or cold?
Well, it depends if I feel hot or cold.
Well, if we're gonna cook it, I guess we could have it hot. See how that,
hot.
Yeah.
She smiles and writes it down. Anything to drink?
You have any like specialties or anything like that? That's something people ask when they're here, right?
Usually.
I mean, you seem to be doing fine.
Depends. Do the two of you want anything alcoholic, or do you want to not be drunk in the middle of the day? She looks at her weird watch, just middle of the Underdark.
I look around. Is Viridian here?
He's already in the kitchen.
No, I don't think any of that would be necessary. Do you have any fruit juice?
She nods. There's plenty of fruits down here that you don't get on the surface, actually. We'll,
that sounds nice.
Get you some of them.
Yeah, that sounds great.
He smiles, a very I work here smile, and writes it down.
Just the...
Yes. And gives you a nod. Anything else?
Do you need us to pay now, or...
Well, whenever.
When
after, before, whenever. Preferably at some point.
Okay. Silas, I think you could help me with that afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm Comet.
She looks to
does she have a name?
Silas? Yeah, it says Haley.
Ah, sweet. Thank you, Haley.
She smiles and nods. And skips off back to the kitchen to go put in the order. And you hear a lot of shouting from the kitchen of someone getting an order and wondering what's going on. They're shouting in Undercommon. You can't understand it.
Sounds like they're fighting.
Yeah, they got to beat up the cloaker. It's prepared live.
Did you want to ask me something?
Taps fingers together.
Yeah, he does do, like...
Oh no. You're a mess.
I mean... It's not really ask something of you. It's, he'll reach into his bag that he has next to the table, kind of fish through it for a little bit, and kind of, like, put the pots and pans on, like, the table and go underneath.
The noisy.
I made this a while ago, just a little after we met, and here, and he'll put the carved wooden star that he made, like in episode 10.
if they didn't say it was a star, it probably wouldn't look like a star. So it kind of, I'm pretty sure you rolled terrible on it.
Oh, to make it?
I rolled like halfway.
Well, yeah, it's a semi okay. Yeah, you definitely believe it's a star.
I'll pick it up, and I'm just like, you made this. Oh, this is really nice. Are you giving it to me?
Yeah, it's yours now. It's a gift from me.
I kind of like hold it in both hands, and I'm like, thank you. Now I love this.
I made it for you, bro. Made it for you.
It's a star.
Oh, that's the idea, at least. We were constantly walking while trying to carve, and that made it a bit difficult.
Well, next time we're out there, if you want to have a bit more of a comfortable experience, I can help you with that. If that's a problem. And I'm gonna put the star like in one of my bags, I guess. I'm gonna try to see later on. I'm gonna try to see if I have enough like rope or twine or something to like wrap it to hook it onto my belt, so it could be like there. But right now, I'm gonna put it away.
It's like that scene of that like pottery movie where they're helping each other, but like whittling like something.
Is that how I do? How do I do that? You're gonna have to show me how to do that later. This is really cool.
It's basically just hit the wood with the knife. I probably shouldn't pull a knife out here.
Yeah, well, I think there's some right here on the table, but...
the lady comes back looking at the table full of, like, cooking utensils. Like, I can't cook here, fellas.
Sorry, I was just pulling it out of my bag. Just...
Okay. Well, here's your cloak of stews. Hot.
Oh, thank you.
She places them down, and then, holding in her other hand, she places down the 2 drinks, and then places straws in them. Assuming it's a straw-based drink. You see the cloak of stew seems to be in like a very pureed mushroom kind of paste at the bottom of all the little chunks. It looks like there's like the skin is still on it, but it's been severely charred to make sure it's like actually chew-throwable. And the drink just seems to be a slightly glowing blue beverage.
Is this mushrooms drink?
She shakes her head.
I'm curious.
No,
mushrooms. Still there?
Mushrooms are not a fruit. So, wait, are they?
No, I don't believe they are.
They have
right? Yeah,
they don't pair very well with fruit.
No, some do.
They have a different voice than fruit do, so I don't think so.
Huh?
So,
enjoy your meal.
Yeah, thank you.
Watch it go outside of an existential crisis. They talk,
That's the tip.
they scream. That's the tip.
Oh no. Oh, I don't have anything for you.
Oh, you don't gotta get me anything. You're amazing enough already.
I need to find something. I'll find something.
Just start running around.
Let's just enjoy the time and the meal together. Or let's see what this stew is like.
Let's see how good it is right now.
How good is it, Cheeki?
It is definitely a weird taste. Whether you think your character would enjoy the taste or not is completely up to how you think their taste buds would react to this.
That'd be interesting.
It is a very, like, naturally rubbery meat that kind of, like, it almost pulls apart like certain cheeses do, you know, how they kind of, like, pull apart on a lattice. It's a very, like, dense. It definitely doesn't have the same grain, makeup, or texture as any of the surface meats, being some kind of weird... Like, the only thing you could really equate it to is some kind of sea creatures. Like a manta ray, probably, considering they look similar and operate similarly.
It's very stringy.
Lots. I mean, more opportunity to chew.
To savor it for chewing it for a minute. And the skin seems to have formed some sort of crackling out of the weird
sweet
leather that you had to cut through to kill these things.
At least we know what to expect for when we make it for everyone else.
Very stringy, and it has it's stringing between his fangs because he can't get it out.
How do you I don't know where we're going after this, but I am happy that we ended up in the same cart together.
Do you mean after everything, or after from down here?
Well, I was thinking more from down here.
Oh, well, I think that's more up to Adelaide and Flotsam. They're the ones that make the big decisions.
True. I think they're the ones that are probably on the smarter side.
If they can't decide, Rob will just pick, and we'll go there. I trust their judgment. They can do magic.
As long as we're helping people too, I think that's probably the way to go. But yeah, I didn't think about after. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a clear view. I mean, my thought was after we get rid of the blue egg, I was kind of ready to meet up with Jem again.
There's only one way to do that, really, right?
I mean, yeah.
I think personally, I prefer if you waited around a bit longer with the rest of us. Don't want you shooting up into the sky just yet.
That's funny. I think Jem kind of told me the same thing. I really want to see her, but it gives me more time to find more of those flowers for her. So I don't know how long I will stay, but if people want me to stay, I don't know if I'd have a problem with that. I like being around here with everyone else. I didn't think I would find people that would want to keep me here, though.
I love having you around, Comet. You're a great guy.
I think Comet feels really touched by that. His cheeks will start glowing a little bit. The streaks on his eyes.
Well, here. And he'll dip his pinky in his drink, and we'll go and get himself the marks.
It kind of burns a little. You're kind of regretting it.
Oof, not great.
Yeah, they do burn. They do burn.
Smile through the pain.
It burned me the first time too.
Oh God, we must look extraordinarily bizarre. I'm now just realizing to everyone here.
I mean,
People seem to be minding their business, but there are some people who look, especially children, who stare. It's like some 2.5 foot tall kid kind of just standing at the edge of the table, just staring at the two of you.
We are basically two giant Muppets.
Rah.
But I think maybe we'll just kind of finish up here and see what everyone else is doing outside.
So you eat your foods, your strange meal, and enjoy it at your own accord, I suppose. Whether you like it or hate it, that's your character. I can't. It is well cooked and tastes good to people who enjoy it.
It's good to people that like the flavor.
It's like Vegemite, right? I love it, but it's terrible. So, you know.
It's certainly flavorful.
Uh-huh.
This certainly tastes.
This definitely tastes. This do be tasting. We kind of crossfade back to the gang hanging out at the kind of little market area that you're in, the blacksmith area. Riley kind of just sitting on the meat man's table, kicking his feet, looking over at Flotsam and the Hellion, and Adelaide kind of staring at Lex in confusion. They seem to be getting impatient at this point. Looking around, it's like, where's your mates then? They just sod it off. I've got things to do around here.
Probably seeing the sights, I imagine.
I mean, you could have done that after, but, you know.
I don't remember. Did we talk to them about the tools? Right? Did we end up?
Yeah, they promised to lend you the tools and offer a supply line to the Bastion for the materials you'll need to craft these weapons if you help deal with this beastie.
Ah, that's it.
Yeah.
No, they're their own people. I'm sure they are just interested in exploring what this city has to offer. I think my tongues is still up as well, by the way. I don't remember.
Yeah, you can hear like the drow who are blacksmithing together, kind of muttering to each other to, you know, make sure they're doing a good job to supply this sword to someone. I don't know, it's a cool sword.
TM, cool sword TM.
Yeah, cool sword TM. You don't really hear anyone really talking about you guys or saying anything ill of you guys. Riley speaks in common, so everyone can understand them. He seems to be some sort of a multilingual person down here, at least. And he kind of hops down from the table. He's like, well, I suppose while I got you bunch here, we can go through a bit of safety regulations of these mines we're about to head to. Most of you, he kind of looks at Flotsam, he's like, do you breathe?
No.
He kind of squints, is like, do you take in air in any way?
Let me check constructed resilience one more time. I think I don't breathe at all.
He reaches into like his collar of his poncho and pulls up a mask that he was wearing earlier. These filter out all the spores that are down here. You don't want to breathe them in. They're kind of toxic. So, regulations say we got to wear them.
I'm reading this directly here. I don't need to eat, drink, or breathe.
He looks at you, he's like, well, yeah, but if you do, and, you know, it's bad and you get hurt, then it's a lot of paperwork, so if I get you one, will you wear one just in case for me?
I'm confused. What exactly?
He holds out like a gas mask looking like a filtration device.
the spores travel through you can inhale the spores, and in that way they affect the lungs. Is that?
That's how they get us.
I will take one, but if there's no need of using one, then I will.
Brilliant. It's just because we had some like fish folk come through here and their gills got kind of clogged up. You know how it is.
Right. Fish folk still need to breathe. I do not need to breathe.
Yeah, but I don't know what you are. You're like a thing.
I appreciate you caring for my safety. I will take a gas mask.
Alright, cheers. He kind of walks over to some like supply locker near the entrance over here and starts divvying out you all some filtration masks. While wearing these, you will be immune to any airborne poisons, but your perception will be at disadvantage as it heavily obscures the eyes.
Then I'm not going to wear one, Cheeki.
Hey, well, you never know. You might want to just in case. This dude's just worried. You know, OSHA exists down here. It's health and safety.
I'll still take one, because God knows.
What's a free mask? You know?
Something could go wrong if I don't. I'll take one.
He hands someone else multiple for the two that aren't here. Viridian grabs one and they give him even one that can fit over.
Does Penny need a gas mask?
Does Lex need a gas mask? You don't know what he is either. Cheeky.
Hey, Lex is gone at this point. He vanished. He's scared.
He heard regulations and bailed.
Yeah. They get one strapped around Whirlwind even. They seem to have big head horse masks.
No mask.
Yeah.
So is that going to be the type that Comet and Silas are going to wear?
Yeah, probably.
The horse regulations.
Blinder.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a place that we could stay, that we could rest for some time before this journey? Ra, are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm ready to go and explore these caverns. I'm a little hurt from that thing that swooped down, but if we've got an hour, or if we had an hour, feel better, maybe?
Yeah, I'll say in the entire time
for a short rest?
Yeah, I'll say in the entire time that's happened here, you would have been able to tend to your wounds and at least heal up. And use your arcane restoration, I think, if you still got that.
If we're all fine with it, I just might want to take a long rest so I get some of my spells back. I don't know if anyone else feels that.
He definitely says that there is a house you can stay at his mum's. They're willing to host you if you need to take a nap. But you have to sleep on the inflatable beds.
Inflatable mattresses.
Yeah.
I'll just sleep on the ground.
Are you sure? As you're resting and divvying out these masks, the two of you are charged 6 gold for your meal. Whether you have that or not is up to you guys. I don't know how much money y'all have.
We have enough. I'm going to assume Silas talks Comet through it. Otherwise, Comet's just like throw as many as he can.
Just hand a whole bag.
He'll just say put the coin back on the table, and he'll take 6 and put them on the table.
All right. Well, I think 12 because it's 6 for each of us.
It's 3-3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
And you have eaten a delicious meal.
Mm-hmm. And his mouth is still filled with like the cloaker strings a little bit.
Still
comes with a free toothpick.
As we're walking back, he's like using like the back of like a plate and trying to get it because it's just like at the stage where it's really annoying. He has his own plates.
Debatable. I've never seen him.
Show me the plates. Where are the plates?
We'll walk up to the rest of the group here.
Yeah, I'll drag you back.
Yeah. I enjoyed that. I think we'll have to go to more restaurants later.
Now that we know what to do,
Yeah,
it'll be easier this time.
we can tell the others what to do too. Although I don't know if they've ever been to one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they probably have. They're a little bit more civilized. Do I have anything left in my teeth? And he'll just like open up his mouth.
Yeah, I think so. Here, let me help you with that.
Just they're walking down the stairs back at them.
Yeah.
Just some minor dentistry happening.
And then we'll meet up with everyone else.
Yeah, as you get there, Riley wanders over and slaps down 2 filtration devices in your hands. These will stop the spores in the mines from filling your lungs and killing you. If you also have any gills anywhere on your body, or take in air any different way, tell me now so they don't get clogged up and you don't die.
Last I checked, it was just here.
I mean, I can just breathe this.
Eyes as well. You can breathe out the corner of your eyes. I don't know if you guys knew that, but you got air ducts in there.
What?
Walked in on Gary when we had the first marks. Eyes bugging out. Wasn't a good look.
Oh, we're going somewhere.
Oh yeah, killed it. Your buddies know.
Okay. Thank you.
You're alright.
So like 20 feet away, you don't have to shout. Your voice
I'm
carries.
hard of hearing. Actually helps.
Noted.
Yeah.
Thank you for the mask!
Oh, not that loud.
As he puts it on.
Yeah.
He walks back over to Adelaide and Flotsam, I suppose, and claps his hands together. So, today or tomorrow? How you feeling?
I mean, if this is going to be extremely dangerous, perhaps it's best that we get a good night's sleep. I don't believe we're on any sort of hard timetable.
Nah, BC ain't moving.
But if everyone else is prepared to go.
I'm ready to go. I didn't even cast any spells against those other things. I feel just fine.
I should be good. I'm only missing like a couple of spell slots, but I'll be fine.
Flotsam, do you want to rest?
I don't require a rest. No. I was just mainly I was asking just to ensure that if anyone else wanted to take a rest, that we were fully prepared.
Well, I appreciate you asking, but if you need one too, just let us know.
I don't need one. No.
Do you want one?
No.
Would you like one?
Riley seems to roll their eyes, walking over to their supply cabinets. They seem to come back, and they seem to be wielding a staff at this point. It seems to be adorned with the classic symbols of spiderry gods and goddesses that are akin to those of the Underdark. And he kind of taps it on the ground, and the spider on the end kind of moves a little. It's definitely made of metal, but it seems to move in some way. So, here's the spider provider.
He's the spider provider?
He's the spider provider.
Spider provider.
Right.
We knew he'd come up.
It is my duty to deal with beasties, but no one says nothing about getting help.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Never mind. I'm kind of tasked here to get rid of beasties, but this one's a bad bugger, so...
Oh, so you want our help?
Yeah. You got it. Bang on.
I mean, I think we're all up for helping if you need it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're already helping. You've said that
good.
much.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Let's hop to it. Go on. This way, then.
I'm gonna as we're going. I think we established this. I'm just gonna play like song so I can do my inspiring leader feat.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be, since we did a short rest, so it could be 10 HP to everyone in the party.
Damn. Even Riley, or are you excluding this bad lad?
I can only do 6, so
let's give everyone.
So everyone can get 10 temp HP.
In temps.
Wow, I have 80. So much HP.
Wisdom, so I can only 4. I don't know if this will be helpful, but I didn't know what those things were, and one of you might. So I'm gonna tap Adelaide on the shoulder, as well as Flotsam Raw, and I think Riley, and I'm gonna give each of them Eyes of the Night, so they have 300 feet of dark vision.
Oh, nice.
Now,
let's give them the eye symbol. Everyone with 300 feet, give yourself the eye.
it lasts for an hour.
As Comet kind of gives you a little pat on the shoulder, although you cannot see it, we as the viewers and anyone around you can see your eyes kind of swirl into this kind of galaxy just mess. The whites of your eyes and the irises of your eyes completely disappear, and there is just the starry void where your eyes were.
And then I put on the mask.
Yeah, Riley looks completely like he's on a trip right now. He's seeing stuff he never thought he'd see in his life. But he also puts on the mask, and everyone who doesn't want to breathe in toxins will put on the mask.
Hey.
If you do not put it on, you are breathing in toxins, and you legally have to tell me. He takes you out of the city, kind of along some roads where you assume they cart large carts back and forth from. And starts to take you into these tunnels, kind of bored out with some device to mine this place for what it's worth. And at some point, you get to a part where the ground kind of dips harshly, like the ground goes down. It do go down.
It do go down.
And it looks like there is just like a sea of mist kind of settled at this point. And without really hesitating, Riley kind of starts walking down into this thick miasma of glowing colors, kind of waving his hand back and forth to disperse the spores and fog of down here. And assuming you follow, Flotsam, are you gonna risk it for the biscuit and no mask it, or are you gonna?
I see. The thing is the mask is designed, I think, to go over the face.
Yeah, it definitely is meant to fit over a nose and mouth.
I don't have either of those. I'm not gonna wear the mask.
All right.
I will closely monitor the way that I'm feeling, but for now, I will not.
You all wander in to this lower part of the cave that seems to be completely drenched in this mist and spores that kind of like almost dance around you. They seem almost sentient as they follow you and kind of like tiny little jellyfish kind of putter along next to you and move out your way and just seem curious at your existence in this area as we drag you all over here in just this thick, even without a mask, Flotsam, it is hard to see very far in here. Those of you wearing masks are near blind walking through this mist. All you can really see is the person in front of you, and whoever's behind Riley can see them kind of wading their way through using some sort of knowledge of this place to get through. Where's my other just cave music? I need to be more attentive to music changings.
The thing that we're hunting, is it an intelligent creature? Do we know that, or?
You can definitely ask.
Yeah, I'll ask it.
Are we hunting some sort of, like, animal or, like, an intelligent creature?
He looks back, calling out to you wherever you lie in this thick mist. He's like, well, I didn't know much about it when it first showed up. It was a right weird thing. Preferred the cold. There's like these weird crystals down here that generate kind of just this thick blanket of cold around them. Pretty valuable. We keep them and hang them up as like air conditioning down here. It's hot sometimes. Keep a little cold gem with us. But apparently, according to the books, it's a monstrosity. Other than that, it's just a real creepy beastie. Didn't really know what it does. It looks like it's got a bit of fire to it. Probably why it likes the cold.
Does it spit anything? I think last time we were in mines, we met something that spit at us.
Well, it definitely didn't spit at me, but it does drool a lot, so it might spit. So, everyone look out for spit.
Noted. Thank you.
You all, if following Riley, wander through this thick mist and spores that all seem to love dancing about and clinging to you almost. It would be a rather beautiful area if you didn't know that these things would kill you as soon as you take your mask off. And Flotsam, you are absolutely fine. You can see these things better than anyone, although barely, but they do seem to just dance around you and they cling to your coat and let go after like a moment. They don't seem to linger. How do I go to the next song with Freddy here?
With this one bot.
Yeah, with this, we got a new bot in the books, fellas. Shout out to
new cast member.
Shout out to our homies, Groovy and Rhythm, who have fallen. And we will not say who this one is, so no one can take them away from us. I'm just playing it through a little speaker at the microphone. That's what I'm doing.
You're playing it right up.
Yeah, there's no bots. There's no nothing. Now playing skip. Yeah, just skip. Apparently, let's try it. Yeah.
I have a quick question.
Absolutely.
If Adelaide manifested Lex, she and he can like communicate telepathically. Like she can kind of see what he sees, and like vice versa. Can she kind of like manifest him to supplement a little bit the lack of vision because he doesn't breathe?
Yeah, I'll say if you were to bring out your buddy, it would cost your use of the ability to do it, but you think you would be able to kind of use both your vision and their vision to get a gauge of this place a lot more clearly.
Yeah, I'm double checking now, but I think Adelaide can use it like a number of times equal to her proficiency bonus, and it kind of lasts indefinitely until like he's sent away.
Yeah,
or someone
probably
casts
lasts a
magic.
long while. So if you wish, Lex can appear over your shoulder and kind of act as a third-person camera.
We're now playing Dead Space.
You don't want that. It'll be terrifying. A bunch of weird beasties crawling out of the floor right now.
Also, you were right. I can do it once, but it does last indefinitely. But I can also expend a spell slot to summon him back if he is dispelled.
Okay. And you got plenty of them. Riley doesn't seem to stop too much around here. He seems to stay away from some of the mushrooms that kind of puff out more spores as he comes near them, but doesn't seem to really show any sign of being careful around here. Doesn't seem like his guard's up too much wandering through this place. And it does wind on for a while. There are many different hallways and little chasms you have to walk through that look very similar to this one, being completely spore-ridden, and you do see signs of like dead animals that have made their way down here. There's like another drow whose like mask had broken, and they're kind of just a skeleton on the floor now. But, yeah, that's Gary. That's how we know we're on the right way. It's kind of a landmark now. We can't bury him.
You can't bury Gary?
No. Be a shame. We'd all get lost.
Also, it makes sense too. It's so dangerous. You're putting yourself at risk to try to retrieve him, you know?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, it's out of the way. What if ours breaks?
I mean, I think the risk is kind of the same. We're here right now, so like...
Nah, don't touch him. It's a crime.
A crime?
Yeah, look, I'm a priestess in working. I'll report you. I'll report you to the higher ups.
On it, be our guest, but
eventually you come
Is
to
the
a
pirate talking to me about breaking the law?
rich.
yeah, I mean, I don't mind, but Comet, if that's what you want to do, that's on you. You know that I put myself at risk to get myself pardoned. That's no secret.
The last
really
time a pirate recommended to go get the treasure, Silas died.
Ooh. I feel like that's like the last time something happened. Silas died.
You did die a lot.
Or do you do that?
Yeah, you do that.
I'm gonna look at the spores and the mushrooms, and I'm just gonna tell them, like, I know we're in your home right now, but we're trying to get rid of something dangerous. We're trying to help people out. So I'm sorry we're here.
It is like you are surrounded by like 1,000, like 100 billion tiny children, all kind of like curious about what you are, what you guys are doing here. Like there's just that like nagging little cousin that follows you around at every family gathering. That there's a billion of them around you guys.
God. You must be living a nightmare.
Just every once in a while, you just hear a comment in the background and be like, "Well, actually, we came from outside." And, oh yeah,
It's like a collective just gasp whenever you say something. It's like,
yeah, it's all fur, but you know it's fine. Like,
they seem they object profusely when you guys start to head upwards and out of the spores, all kind of sad and having to go home now.
I'm sorry, we'll be back later.
You hear a cheer. Riley is looking back, just shaking his head like, what are you? What is this man talking about? After exiting the spores, he kind of shakes off his poncho and kind of makes sure he's spore free before he removes his mask, and takes a deep breath now that he's able to. And you actually come to some mine tracks that he starts to follow. And eventually he gets to a point where the mine tracks aren't being laid anymore, but there are tracks to be put down, and he kind of goes on his belly and starts crawling over towards this ledge. Let's drag y'all over upwards.
My favorite direction.
Yeah. A very large chasm.
Ooh.
You're gonna have to do
chasm?
A chasm
of a chasm.
The game just auto-saved.
Yeah.
Whoa.
There seems to be a leaning down kind of hill where he is standing. That kind of dark line insinuates a downward slope. He starts kind of looking around. You can see the gems they were talking about emanating a kind of cold patch around them, turning the ground near them into snow, and kind of emanating a fog. And he kind of whispers back at you all, everyone's standing a few eyes, like, well, come on, like, I'm not doing this for fun, fellas.
I'll walk just a little closer.
Do the same, yeah.
He's like, right, you don't want to get too close to them gems or you'll get a bit frosty, get a bit of frostbite from them. Sit there too long in them like Jameson, you have to chop off his arm.
I'll, since I have produced flame and I can hold it in my hand, I will cast that and create a little beacon of warmth for us.
Oh, you light up the area.
Yeah, it's not crazy, but if you stay close, you can keep your, digits a little warmer.
He seems to be scanning the area for something. Kind of looking out. And he kind of mutters to himself, asking you all if you guys can see it out there.
I don't see anything.
Perception check?
Yeah, you may roll a perception check to see if you can see this thing. The wee beastie.
Ooh.
Are the perception checks still at disadvantage?
If you've taken off the mask, which it seems safe to do now that Riley has taken his off, then it won't be.
Cool.
Well,
I don't see anything.
Comet, your mask is still on and it's upside down.
I'll
the
take
miracle is alive.
You want to give me on that?
First one, unless you have a disadvantage.
I didn't mean to roll with
it's fine. We go left if it's ever rolled like that accidentally.
Awesome.
21. Yeah, the pirate gang, Hellion and Flotsam, you both, astute as you are, I guess let's roll for Viridian. Let's see if all the pirates can see this, but no one else. Nope.
Yarn.
You know what pirates are really good at? Spotting bugs.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Why'd you say that specifically?
Makes no sense. A bug.
I'm gonna lean down to Adelaide and just be like, "You really helped with the cloakers. I think they were cloakers. Here, let's make sure everything goes on here, and I'm gonna give you advantage on your next initiative. So, vigilant blessing.
Keenly aware.
Hyper awareness and supreme
it's
dark
not even that.
vision.
She's just like ready to go.
She came here to fight, and there's nothing to fight. Anger ensues. Ra and Flotsam, you both seem to see something under the snow up here. There's like slight movement of some like maybe chitinous hide kind of moving and resettling. You see like jets of steam, breath kind of shooting up from it, and these like ever so small, easier to miss antenna kind of just like flicking in the air above the snow, sticking out from the snow.
Is it just one creature?
Seems so.
All
or
right,
two with one antenna each, I guess, but it looks like a uniform antennae.
Yeah, I'll point it out to Riley. I won't say anything. I'll just kind of like tap his shoulder and point.
He kind of nods, like shimmying closer to you to match your like eye gaze area, whatever that thing is, where your eyes lead. And
your eye line?
Yeah, your eye. Yeah, that thing. And he nods. He's like, "Ah, it is the beastie. Hey, you think we should go at it?"
Well, I have this little ball of fire. Throw it at it to start. After we get into a position.
All right. He kind of rolls over on his back and he's like, Everyone, the signal will be when Ra here throws her little fiery thing. It kind of rolls back over, but it kind of drools like fire. I'm not sure if that'll hurt it. But yeah, good luck.
I'd like to try and take up a more tactical position.
Yeah, so everyone spread out. He starts like commando crawling down the hill.
Does it know we're here?
Probably. Be sneaky.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself. And then, I mean, I'm just gonna try and...
Riley, my stealth man. He's gonna...
Yo.
He's gonna crawl up on this hill. He's gonna.
Oh, I thought that was Riley. That's Flotsam.
Yeah, that was Flotsam.
Oh, he's really getting close to it.
Looks like he's gonna try and get a drop on it.
Okay.
If you can wave to him, you can give like hand signals. If you want him to come closer, he probably would. Roll a stealth. Anyone attempting to get around this arena without angering creatures.
Can we move only our speed?
That's 20.
Nice. No, you can move anywhere before the firebolt is thrown.
Do I get anything for being invisible?
Absolutely no check. It seems fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the hidden step.
12.
12.
Where do we see it? Like here?
Yeah, just all up here in this big patch right here.
That's about. Oh, that's not too far. I'll get within 30 feet.
I'm gonna do hidden step so I could be invisible for 6 seconds.
Nice, yeah. Do a little run.
Clanging metal, walking them.
Should I roll a stealth
As I
check?
approach,
No, if you're invisible, you'll be fine as well.
I would like to spin around and cast a couple spells before we like throw this fireball. A fire, yeah, it's ball of fire, I guess.
Is getting a
This
big...
produced flame. The first thing is I'm going to just activate my blade song. And then in that same turn, I'm going to, or I guess right after, I'll cast Shadow Blade in my offhand. Because it is dark down here.
That's no.
Yeah, you basically have one action right now as you're throwing this fireball. So,
I want to do something at the same time you do that.
Yeah, I'll see you can
Yeah,
see them getting ready to toss it well enough to ready your thing.
I want to ready until I see this thing to cast Shatter on it.
Alright, just prep a shatter.
Oh. So I'm like ready to go. I have my flame up. I do like a 1, 2, and then I'll chuck it at the thing where I saw it move.
Yeah, roll an attack with disadvantage since you're kind of not sure it's actual area and it's kind of underground, but you think just hitting the area alone will piss it off. A 17 is enough to get it, so you definitely like clack right into like one of its antennae, and it kind of vibrates in anger. Damn.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a lucky hit.
Oh, sorry.
You're not allowed.
I thought it would tell me what it the stats of the thing by clicking on it. I didn't try and cast it.
No.
Not allowed. So this creature, you hear a low, gargly growl emanate from it as its kind of antenna start vibrating, and then a very basilisk-esque screech as it explodes out of the snow. Rearing up its very centipede-like body, these like many legs, kind of arching upwards as it's
Gross.
has like these frills that kind of flay out almost like a cobra's would as it lets out another roar. Let me reveal this thing to you.
You love to.
The big man is here. drooling, very lava-esque fire as we want to get the other music in here, as we're all going to roll initiative, but you do have a surprise round on it first, since you...
Can I cast this?
Your shadow will be your surprise round thingy if you choose to.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Another one.
Now, when you say surprise,
Wow.
Great initiatives.
Woo!
Wait,
I have
Eldritch, you
advantage.
got advantage.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, and let me select my
There we
token so
go.
that it'll actually go to the.
Smart.
now
Can't be worse.
Let me, come on.
Literally can't get worse than a 1. Can only
Cheeky,
tie
when
it,
you
so
say
hopefully
there's
you
a
get better.
surprise round, by that do you mean that the surprised condition, because there's no such thing as a surprise round in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons?
I guess, yeah, you all get a round of combat before it does.
And by that you would mean that it still has initiative order. It's just surprised for the first round because it has that condition. Because again, there's no surprise round. In
Sure,
5th edition.
yeah. All I know is that it doesn't act this turn and just stands here.
We're just surprising it for this
It's just a
round.
surprised condition.
Yeah, it's surprised.
Particularly weird flex spell.
It's
What is your goal
surprised
here?
conditionally for a round.
One of my players constantly reminds me that there is no surprise round because there isn't, and so it's driving me crazy to hear this thing that's been beaten into my brain, and I have to cause you pain because it's been done to me.
I must share my trauma.
Oh man!
I really hope all that is accurate because I've been led to believe it is, and I'm a huge asshole for nothing. Really worth something.
Very true.
In the long run.
No, I think you're right. It's just generally confusing because they didn't word the surprised condition very well in the PHB, and it's led to a lot of confusion.
The real flex would have been like, no, I'm the DM. This is a surprise round.
Oh.
Rob first?
There we go. I was getting rid of a person on Twitch.
Okay.
One of them bodies came up. I was getting rid of them.
Sweet.
What is your dex, Flotsam? Let's see if it matches O'Reilly's.
My dex, as soon as I get back to the course, is a 16. I have 16 dex.
Alright, you both act at the same time. So, they are surprised. Let's look at the surprise condition. See what you actually get at. What you get. Condition, charmed, incapacitated, prone, deaf, and invisible, restrained, exhausted, stunned. None of these are surprised.
It doesn't. It's not in the traditional condition section.
Well, you know, it should
It's
be.
in its own section.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you have like
If that, it's
advantage on
confusing.
it. I assume it's just a normal round. It just doesn't get to go.
It can't do
Yeah.
action. I think it said it can't do. It can't move, act, or react, or do bonus actions.
Poor fella.
Until after its turn ends, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, whatever you do, you do. What are you gonna do as Riley sets up to do what they do?
If we're acting at the same time, I guess I mean I've already.
Yeah, you want to shatter this nerd. I guess now
shatter.
seeing it, if that changes, that's up to you.
It doesn't. In fact, it makes me think that maybe it is a good choice to cast the shatter. And while I still have, I will use. I'll use the level 2 cast it at level 2. I'll cast it at level 2. Darn. Well.
Do we want to put on the fight music?
Yes, that's what I was doing before bots distracted me. Thank you. Very calm. This thing is surprise round. It's
chill. Well, it's an ice monster, so it's real chill.
Yeah. It's relaxed.
I know the secret of Remorhazes, and it's going to become not
you
chill.
You don't know what this thing is. Sus, I never met this man. Or lady. You don't know.
This ain't gonna stop me from running at it, so...
I mean, it might. Alright, you shattered it. It's got to make a DC 15 con check. Oh, what a boy. It fails. It'll take 7 thunder damage. It reels back, kind of clenching its eyes shut in pain as all its little kind of arms kind of crickle in on itself, wheeling back and forth. Doesn't like it. Hates it. As Riley is going to point their staff at it, and the spider will kind of splay out as a spell goes off, and then a spider will appear. The Remorhaz has to make a dex save. Damn, it succeeded. Riley was attempting to cast Fairy Fire on this thing, but didn't.
I'll get another thing.
Nah, that was their drow once a day ability.
Oh no!
Well,
wait.
You tried.
He did. Any bonus action from your Flotsam, or are we gonna?
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Ra.
Alrighty.
I use my bonus action to do that, and then I don't necessarily see a reason to from where I am immediately, so I will not do that. So I will stay where I am, but I will use one of.
Oh no!
What?
We lose a boy.
There you go.
A man.
Oh man!
We lose a homie.
I was adjusting the volume of Zedford.
Yeah.
So
This was a loud song. Zedford.
D8 Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, you got a D8, Ra. You are inspired. Let's give you the little heart. Make sure we don't forget that.
Cool.
You do not choose to move. You chill. The not Remorhaz. This isn't a. No, it's a custom. Let's see. Come on. It looks stunned, still trying to gather everyone that's attacking it. It kind of looks around, assessing its situation, crinkling in on itself a little as it's being surrounded by hunters and their stuff. Let's make sure the screen can see all this madness.
We can only hope that it's not actually what I think it is, because I faced one of these as like a level 9 barbarian, and that was very hard.
Well, yeah, you were a barbarian.
Not level 9,
that would make sense.
So, yeah.
You'll be fine. It does nothing. Raw.
Okay. I will run up to it, and I will attack it.
You're going to hit it.
Because... What's up?
You'll hit it.
Hopefully.
You'll try.
I get advantage because if we're not in total darkness, we're at the very least in dim light.
Definitely in dim.
Yeah, so let's make a little attack roll here. Plus, what would that be my spell casting modifier, which would be not very high, but it is advantage. So, a 16?
16, I do not think we'll make it through this thing's hide.
Okay.
Yeah, it bounces off. I don't think that activates its heated body, because it says when it hits it with a melee attack. I don't think that technically counted as hitting it.
If I missed, I missed, yeah. So I pass my turn.
You do
I think you have to draw blood. You do have your Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, wait, I have a Bardic. I'm sorry, Bardic.
Alright, so it'll hit, because you just need one.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, just have a goddamn 24 or something, that's fine.
It's just Shadow Blade.
It's just Shadow Blade, you're fine.
It's not like it's
what's
just
my...
about to one-hit it.
Not. So that's 9 psychic damage.
9 psychic. Ain't nothing resistant to that bad boy. It does screech out.
Alright, now...
but you will take the heated body ability, where you hit, it kind of bursts out with this magma-like explosion, although you didn't technically cut it, I guess, because you hit it mentally, but you hit it with a melee attack, so... that would have crit if it was an attack, but no, I just want to roll the damage. That doesn't, that's not a roll. You would have taken 10 fire damage if you were not resistant to it, so you only take 5. Still a lot. It feels weird to be burnt by fire, I would assume, from Ra.
Well, I mean, resistant. So that means I can be burnt. I'm just a little bit... I mean, this is like lava, so this is like...
nothing's worse than having fire that sticks to you. That sucks. You're getting like napalmed.
Right. That's it for me.
That's all? Alright.
All I can do.
Viridian's... Well, he's gonna do what Viridian does best, ain't he? He is going to... Can he even make it? What's his range? How far away did he put himself? 30... This speed. I don't think he has any more speed. I think he's definitely in its, like, square. I think he can hit it from this distance. It's hard to tell what its circle is, but... I'm gonna allow it, because why not? I'm the boy in charge here. He's going to jam both his rapiers into its tail. Rolling a hit and a miss. I don't think he's got... It's got a sneak attack. He's not angry yet. Yeah. So he jams his sharp rapier right into this thing's tail. Let's roll him another d6 for his sneak attack. Another 6, damn.
Hey, nice.
This thing is not... Nah, okay, so it's taken this. And he braces this thing in its tail. He does not remove this rapier. He wants to move with this rapier should the rapier move, as is his tactic. But he will also take the explosion from the heated body at him when he hits it. Shoo, taking a hefty 17 points of fire damage. 10 absorbed by the deliciousness that is temporary health, and 7 taken by his flesh.
Actual health.
His actual health, yeah. Adelaide. Lex looks incredibly perturbed by this being here. He is nervous. Spaghetti would be falling out of his pockets if he had them. He is kind of hiding behind you a little, asking you what the hell we should do. What the hell is the thing? Lost it.
Does Adelaide know what this thing is? Is a question.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. You've read books. I
know books.
Roll a nature or a history, I suppose. See if you can recall any lore or knowledge you might have.
Much better at history.
That would make sense. You are a history buff. A 15.
Not bad.
You don't know what it's called. You can't really recall the name because it's a confusing long name. But you can kind of recall knowledge because you can see it exploding with like this weird fire whenever it's hit, and that it kind of sticks around in like these icy areas. I suppose, what's something you might want to be knowing about this thing?
Can it do anything other than just, like, bite at you and hit you with its little grabby hands?
You know that these things shouldn't be able to spit. But neither could hydras, so... whether you want to take that into consideration or not is up to you, but You definitely read that this thing does, although it does drool, it does not spit.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna blast it.
You're gonna blast it.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Melf's Minute Meteors, but flavor them to lightning damage.
Hell yeah.
And then use bonus action to just throw 2 of them.
Dex saves,
Storm clouds.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Whew. It rolls an 18 and a 4, so it will take half from the first. 2. And it will take the entirety of the second as lightning crackles through this thing's muscles, and you see the hide kind of vibrate at the same time as it lets out a very throaty hiss.
Oh, not the throat.
Not happy.
I hate bugs. Then Adelaide's gonna try to like duck down as much as she can.
Alright, hunker down.
To avoid the ire of this, enormous fire centipede. It's bad. It's bad for your health.
Lex does their best to cover you, but...
Well, unfortunately, Lex is only going to be able to like give away my position because he gives off ambient light.
He hides in the mist of the matches it. Silas.
Silas is going to see the giant centipede thing and kind of just take his deep breath and enter his rage. At the same time, he's gonna like lock his legs and burst of speed right over up to it, hang out right next to Ra, and do 2 of his big swipies at it.
Damn.
With reckless attacks.
That makes sense.
So,
sheesh.
26.
Oh, damn.
For a decent chunk of change.
Yeah, what's that? What's that all up?
19.
19, sweet.
And then, do you want to do the splashback, or do you want me to do my second attack first?
Let's do all your attacks and then the splashback. Unless you have some sort of on damage, I do X thing.
No. And then the second attack
another hit
is for 14.
14 points of damage. Let's give you the heated body explosion twice at you as you carve into it twice. You take a total of 22 fire damage.
God.
As it explodes violently. This very hot blood covering your arms as you cut into this thing.
Hot-blooded.
And... yeah, you got a bonus. Oh no, you raged as your bonus, I assume.
But I'm actually going to make use of my mobile feat.
Oh.
And just walk away for free. And I'm going to guard Comet.
Damn, how much speed did you have?
100.
100? Alright, that's fine.
Are you okay?
Get a lot hotter.
Speaking of Comet.
Oh. Okay, so I'm going to... yeah, I haven't been rolling great, so I'm going to action Moonbeam on this guy.
I don't think there's an open sky to do that.
I don't need an open sky to do Moonbeam.
You don't need open skies?
Sheesh.
Yeah. Alright.
To create a new moon.
Yeah. You create one in the roof, dude.
Yeah.
Because it'll hit it.
Call Lightning specifies that it needs an open sky.
Oh, okay. That's probably what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I know some spell specifies open skies.
So I'm gonna do the Moonbeam. Here we go.
Yeah.
It needs to do a Constitution, I believe.
One save.
Let me read it real fast. Yeah, Constitution saving throw. It needs to beat a 15.
It meets a 15, so it will resist.
Crap.
It'll buckle down on itself again, kind of getting beaten up on spot, having not been able to do anything this round. Like a sad, poor little lizard dude trying to live his best life.
And then as a bonus action, well, actually, as a reaction, I'm gonna go Starry Form.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so I start shining. And I'm gonna choose to go Archer this time. So it's like a little bow and arrow shows up on the tabard now.
Yeah.
And as part of that bonus action, I get to throw a chest arrow at this guy.
Oh, chest blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I hit.
No.
But there you go. Oh.
Glances off the wall. Alright. You're gonna move, I suppose. So what's left?
That's all I got left. No, I don't think I'm gonna move. I'm gonna stay there.
Alright. Riley. Poor little Riley. He's going to wave his staff again and attempt to cast a web. Try to web this dude up. Conjure a mass of sticky web at the point of your choosing. So, at it. The web is difficult terrain and lightly obscures the area. If the webs aren't anchored between two solid masses such as walls or trees, or laid across the floor, wall, or ceiling, the conjure web collapses on itself and the spell ends, blah 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 blah. Surplus, yep. Each creature that starts its turn in the web, or ends its turn in the web, during its turn must make a dexterity saving throw. Alright, and he runs over here. G'day, fellas.
Hey!
Hey.
I can see why you needed help.
Yeah, it's freaking huge, isn't it? Flotsam.
We'll try our best.
So, question: is Moonbeam currently active, Beastie?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And it has not shifted back into its true form.
That wasn't what I was gonna ask. So is where?
Yeah, I can show the.
I'm just trying to see the
aura.
representation of it.
Oh, that's right. You guys can't see it.
Yeah, should be able to see it now.
And then it's also caught in web.
Yeah, let me grab another one and make it a web square 20-foot radius, or is it like?
Jeez.
I think it's a 20-foot cube, so it's only like a 10-foot radius.
There.
So yeah, it's like all up on it. I do think it is lightly obscured though, apparently, because that's what it does.
What does that mean?
Creatures have disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight if they are in it. I don't think it stops you from shooting at it.
Okay.
I don't think it imposes any cover like heavily obscured does.
While it's trapped, and also in Moonbeam and also like in the web, I'm gonna go ahead and do my own thing as well and cast Cloud of Daggers at 3rd level.
All right.
Hey, nice.
So it's gonna take 15 slashing.
Hell yeah. What's my classic fish swarm picture?
And we did this. I think we determined this earlier that it's still gonna do that higher level cast on each turn that it is in the. Okay.
Sword of the Cloud of Daggers is insane for stationary boys. Like a part of him's like, oh sick, I webbed him, but now I'm like, oh no. He's webbed and daggered.
And Moonbeam too.
And Moonbeam.
Does he take Moonbeam damage when he starts his turn there?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I think it was when it first enters the web, so I think it has to roll right now for that.
What's the kiss spell?
I'm trying to find piranhas. I'm putting way too much effort in getting these dang fish.
It's getting some kippers.
Not Ish. Ugh. I should just save that one. You know what? Let's just put a fishing rod on him.
Yes.
There we
Don't
go.
talk to me unless I've gone fishing.
Yeah, so web, blah blah blah. Each creature that starts its turn in the webs. Okay, yeah, so. It just takes the damage. It takes 15 slashing damage.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
It can't do anything else.
Before I move away again, I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration again, or I can do that, right? To Raw.
All right.
And then I'm going to move. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Fair enough.
That would end my turn.
All right. Its turn. What does it have to make? It takes a reroll or just the same damage? Do we
reroll for Moonbeam?
I think we've been doing reroll.
Yeah, we'll reroll it all. Alright, so reroll me a Moonbeam, reroll me some fish. Alright, that's fine. That's 18?
29. For both.
29. And then it's gonna have to make a dex saving throw.
Well, yeah, it has to make a con save for the Moonbeam again.
Yeah.
Failing, so it does take 11.
Sweet.
And it has to make a dexterity saving throw. God, no. Absolutely not after a long rest.
It's really funny if you tried to tell the creature, like, just so you know, we're experts at taking down big, ugly sons of bitches.
It seems to resist the web, though, so Riley's really not doing good here. But it's still there.
Come on, Riley. I thought you were a professional.
Hey, man, he's doing his best. He's like used
also,
to
I have
killing
to say,
fish.
I have to go.
That is
so
absolutely okay. I can tell you that you've already severely bloodied this creature.
Oh, what?
You had a whole round before it got to do anything.
And now it's stuck in the little.
And now it's stuck.
Trap.
No, blender.
I gotta go. Bye, guys.
Alright,
Bye.
see.
Oh, now we're all closer all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, I have to fix the webcam stuff. Please hold when I fix webcams.
Everyone do the fixing camera song.
Get rid of them.
Fixing cameras. We're fixing cameras.
Who is where?
There
we go.
Cameras. We're fixing cameras.
Alright, the big man is going to frickin' crawl out of all of this. He's gonna slither all up and over, getting into the middle of this area. It's half terrain, but these things can move pretty far. Well, no, they
get the
really
opportunity
can't.
attack?
They get like
Viridian, maybe. Yeah.
get like 15 feet of movement actually, so they kind of suck. Slithering this way. Viridian is moving with it. Because he's stapled into its tail. He probably thought it was going to move a lot faster than 15 feet because of the web.
Right.
But that's fine. That's great. And I gave you more health, you bitch. Oh, do better. It is going to try and munchins and crunchins raw since you're right there and not on its tail. It's going for a bite. Are you blurred right now? I'm not sure if you blurred or sworded up.
I'm not blurred.
Did you do your spinny sword stuff, or are you still...
My blade song's up, so my AC's 19 at the moment.
Damn!
Sweet.
It's going for a munch. Your AC's what?
19.
19. Okay, well, it definitely got above that.
Alright, I shield because I don't know if that'll work or not.
It doesn't.
So 24.
But if you were able to shield again, you would. It rolled a 29.
Ooh.
So it definitely munches. You take a little bit of piercing. You take 41 points of piercing damage as this thing bites into you. How you looking after 41 points of frickin' piercing? This thing rolled
I'll let you know
good.
once I do the math.
Yeah, that's alright.
22 hit points.
22 hit points. Alright, you also take 6 points of fire damage that's already halved for you, so...
Egg.
And you're grappled as it lifts you up into the air. You are restrained. I don't know why it has to specify. It says, what? If the target is a creature, it is grappled. Until the grapple ends, the target is restrained. Why don't I just say you're restrained? And the Remorhaz cannot bite another target. So it's kind of just got you in its mouth. Right, you're in its mouth. Now you can escape, but it would require a strength check, but you are restrained. So speed is 0.
We're good.
Disadvantage on attack rolls. Attack rolls on you have advantage. And disadvantage on dex.
Don't worry. You don't have to finish any of that. I'm gonna use Misty Step or Smoky Step in this case to poof over here. I'm gonna make an attack with my action because I don't feel like running from this thing.
This thing bit
okay.
onto you. Your head might be inside its mouth. Whether you can see outside to teleport anywhere, other than just like deeper into its throat, you might not be. Given the angle at which this thing had to bite down at you.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Hey!
Nice.
You see between its teeth, you get a good angle of a spot, and you just burst into smoke. This thing lets out a fat vapor rip as you land down on the ground next to it.
Close the smoke ring, and that smoke ring becomes me. Yeah, I'll make my attack.
It's a 21 and a 20. You're lucky.
Yeah.
Just for that moment.
Yeah.
Watch me miss this shit.
Hey.
Well, maybe not.
Hey.
I know no crit, but hits pretty nice.
Hits severely.
4,
Damn.
16 psychic damage.
16. You look unhappy about that. It gonna hurt your back. Dealing 5 points of fire damage, all up. Already halved for you.
Okay. And I would run, but it just had its turn, which means it has its attack of opportunity. Even with my...
it ended its turn in the web, actually. So, I have to roll to see if it is restrained. It is still within the web. It is not. Everything is... Dang. It is fine.
Nah.
Well,
hold on, I gotta make a roll. What was that? 41 plus 5? Alright.
From the first hit?
So 46, 23.
You took 41 from
Jesus
the first
Christ.
piercing and halved to 6. And then you just took another 5 from being crispied.
Okay. That's still 23. I'll use Bardic Inspiration to keep concentration. If I roll a 1, I still maintain it. So I keep concentration on Shadowblade, making this whole turn stay legal.
Okay. We're in the green.
I needed to make sure, because otherwise I'd have to redo what I did.
Yeah.
But, okay, cool. So, that's... Yeah, I could run. I could do that. It would have disadvantage on, I think, an attack roll against me. No, that's a different character. No, I'm not going to run. I'm going to stay where I'm at. I'll just yell
out, kill it now!
It is bleeding profusely and looks very upset about all this. And Viridian nods, shouting up, "What do you think we're doing?" As he like climbs up its tail, running up its back to get up to like the base of where it's lurching upwards, and just starts hacking into it. Hacking and whacking and slashing. I don't think he has advantage because of it's not restrained or fired up. He used a half movement and he might have to make a save to be restrained after this. It's fine. He's on top of it. He's fine. Missing and hitting. So he deals a hefty 13 points of slashing to this and takes a heated body check. Taking 12 fire himself. Taking 12. They're gonna action surge. And make one more stab. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that's called.
And missing.
Oh no.
Well. I think that's them.
They can do both the attack. Oh wait, they don't have double attack. That's right.
Nope. They're a weird man. Adelaide, he has to make his
a weird mess.
Hey, he's living his best life. And he's fine. He is not restrained because he can see the web.
Sweet.
He's got that
Well,
barbarian ship.
very quickly, this spell is becoming the new chromatic orb. I'm gonna cast Lightning Bolt.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
And then along came Zeus.
Like, kind of helps you out, kind of like Naruto casting his Rasengan. He's kind of charging it up with you. And you both let out this vicious lightning bolt straight towards this dude's head. That's a lot of sixes rolled in there. Bloody hell. Dex save. He fails. Ooh.
Ooh.
You blow a chunk of this thing's face into smithereens. It is still alive, but it probably doesn't want to be.
Oh, since that didn't do it, I'm gonna use my bonus action to throw 2 more minute meteors.
Yo.
That's okay.
I won't cry.
Cheeki just sitting in the corner, just okay.
Same lightning, gonna keep rattling this thing's brain. Or are we gonna flavor it to Capri Sun flavor?
Still lightning.
I assume lightning.
Yep.
Hitting him square in the forehead, and then the other one doesn't need to. It's a bit of an insult to injury after that. It goes down with the first minute meteor, kind of slumping down on the ground, its tongue kind of hanging out and flicking at the air, and then the second one kind of just thumps into its face.
Oh no!
Sealing the deal even more.
Sweet. Double tap.
Yeah. Doing that death writhe on the ground, like when you take like a worm and then the sudden like pulling a worm out of the ground makes it start doing like that little wiggle. It's doing that.
Yeah. It curls up like a roly-poly at this point. He's dead. Leave him alone.
Adelaide, like, people will blow the smoke away from like a gun barrel. She blows away the like residual arcane energy from the spells.
Like the tip of your gloves are like blown off from how much you use this. He's mending the
it crackles in the air with lightning.
Yeah, your hair's like under your hat. It's all stand up.
Just a little clown poof.
And now we know why you wear the hat. Because otherwise it'd be just ridiculous.
Lex looks to you with amazement, Adelaide, as Riley kind of sticks his head out from behind Silas and Commy's like, "Oh, you got him! Brilliant!"
I'm glad we could help.
Oh, yeah, wait till the boys hear about this.
Yeah.
Was it the only one?
Can't wait to get back.
Oh, God.
And take a nap.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Silas is going to put 2 hands on you, and you feel positive energy, no actual healing. Cat looks at his hands. Oh, yeah.
Here, I can help too.
Sometimes we have those kinds of days.
I'm gonna pump. I'll do cure wounds on you. Sure, at 3rd level.
Shush.
12 plus 6. 18.
18.
Damn.
Very cool. Slightly better.
I'm glad. If you're in trouble, you can step away.
No, I couldn't.
No.
No, if I had stepped away, it would have eaten me. It straight up would have taken me down. Turn your back against something like that.
All right. Well, then maybe just I'll try to help you next time.
It's cool. We did it. I knew that you all would beat the shit out of it, and you did. So you didn't let me down.
As you are all convening, you hear Riley kind of exclaim in a bit of surprise as he turns around towards you all. He's like, "I think you blasted a bit too hard. Shut up!" And you look over as it seems to start wisping away into ashes, much like all the things on the surface have been. And he's kind of like trying to grab it. He's like, "What the frick? Who's gonna eat this? Where's it going?"
Oh, whoa, now be
Bloody
careful.
hell.
And I'll run over next to him and look for the essence that's coming out of this thing.
After all seems to deteriorate, you do see in the middle the little thrumming essence of this creature. Well, can we eat that?
It's just an egg which hatches and a new one sprouts out.
No, generally we don't eat those. But I thought this was dangerous. I didn't think you just wanted to eat it. I think you guys have plenty to eat out there.
Well, yeah, well, just because it's not, like, danger and what we're gonna eat doesn't really correlate too much. Like, we still want to eat it even if it's dangerous. But we didn't come here just to eat it.
Also,
of course it was holding stuff up, but...
Okay.
It was the crystals that they mined these, so this thing was preventing them from mining them.
Yeah, it just would have been nice for some food as well. But... what was that? Is that going to happen to all our food? We kind of need food.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on right now on the surface that's kind of screwing up the wildlife. If we don't take this little orb, that thing will come back, but you still won't get food from it. It'll just be a nuisance.
He looks very confused. Kind of shrugs. You fellas seem to know what you're doing, I don't. As long as it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep, when you do trade up with the surface, just kind of keep your ears peeled for word on the issues that are happening. If things get solved, then big things like this will turn back into food again and not into that thing. But for now, you gotta stick with small stuff like those cloakers.
Someone want to get on that.
Here, I think you deserve this, and I'll take the essence and put it in your hands.
I will reveal it if it is.
What do it do?
This is what it do.
Ooh,
I like the essence.
Yeah, right. It's from the figure. I just pulled it off. Very similar to the other.
You lied to me.
Yeah, of course.
Remorhaz.
The rumor has it that it is a Remorhaz.
Ooh.
Yeah, so much like the Anke Queen.
You become a tiefling.
Yeah, you get tiefling.
I kind of like the idea of having both cold and fire resistance. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, you can always switch them up.
You can also get Hellish Rebuke, which is really good for your melee fighting.
Yeah, having a fire spell that as a wizard I'll never be able to get is also kind of cool, and it's a 3rd level, so it's like 3d10. That's pretty cool. Tremor sense, who doesn't want that?
Yeah, I buffed it. The other one was only 10, but I buffed them both to 20 since 10 feet isn't anything.
Kind of nothing.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I think for now I'll do the weapon attachment. I said,
Like, I don't still know what these are. I don't know if I trust this. But if it means that it doesn't come back to life and attack us, I guess I'll use it to help us out.
Yeah, these things seem
handy.
crazy.
I just kind of wish it were some sort of item or something, because I feel like I could trust that more, you know, like, because I know what it is. I know somebody made it. This is like, I've never seen this outside of this area, so I don't know what like it'll do to us over a period of time. But, yeah, I'll use it for now.
I mean, we might be able to just kind of leave them somewhere if you don't want to take them with us.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can discover more about it in the city or something, or if Graham knows something and doesn't want to hold out on us, he might be able to tell us something about these.
I think Harvey might know some about this. I mean, that's the last person we were really talking to this about.
Yeah, but even Harvey didn't know that much. Maybe Harvey's done some research, but we'd have to, like, meet up in a non-hostile area again and, like, touch base and see what he's learned.
Yeah, I mean,
the last time we asked, Harvey didn't have any answers.
If he has learned anything, I'm sure he's willing to share. I mean, he's already been in a couple places we haven't been. He went up on that observatory. I think it's just worth asking him. But we came here to help Herolth, right?
Mm-hmm. I think we should get our first job done.
We're gonna have to go back through those spores.
You alright with that? You seem to be talking with them a lot.
Yeah, they're fine. They ask a lot of questions, but I'm happy to answer. Everyone gets sad when we leave, though. I'm very sorry about that.
They're little spores. They can handle it.
Also, they don't... It seems like they're not really aware, based on your description of them, that like they'll just go anywhere and grow, even if it means inside the lungs of another creature.
No, I don't
which killed. What was his name? What was that guy?
Gary?
What was his name?
It was Gary.
Gary. Yeah. Yeah. They like killed Gary, but they don't really understand that that's what they're doing. So I don't know if it's like.
It's like. That's just kind of how they live, but it's not like they're choosing to do that. It's just kind of how they grow. So I don't know if I want to tell them.
I'm just saying, if it wasn't for the mask, they'd do it to us too. They'd have a conversation with us while we were dying, as they were killing us actively.
That's their fault, is what I'm saying.
I know, I just say don't feel too bad about leaving, because we can't stay there long term.
Well, at least we could say hi to them on our way back.
I'm sure they like that.
And
put on the mask.
Yeah, you do. You all don masks when needed. and make your way back through the spore-filled tunnels, and even further back into the main square of the town, and trade pleasantries with those there to acquire the tools. They hand you a set of tools, and kind of ask where you are all at, and kind of organize some kind of trade system between you guys so they know where you are and where to deliver metal should you ever need it to craft anything. Because you still need like the magical material to upgrade to the magical stuff. So they're going to supply it when needed. Which is why it costs money. Because you're buying metals. That's why it costs money, and it isn't like progression locking system stuff. It's fine. You take the advanced tools, and I suppose, is there anything you guys want to do down here before skipping your way back to the surface world?
Did we want to go to the observatory and see about those weird furbolgs up there?
I suppose, yeah, that's the choice once you're at the surface world, so I assume you are at least heading up the elevator. I thought that was
still in the caves, so...
no, that's just like taking the elevator further up once you reach the elevator.
Got it, yeah.
So it's either, do you want to head up to the observatory, or just head back to town, kind of situate that, potentially upgrade if you have enough to upgrade?
Maybe we should turn these into Herald before we really go anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't want to risk breaking them.
Plus, I'm sure you'd like to hear the good news.
I also want to rest.
Yeah, I think Flotsam was really talking about it before, so we should rest for him as well.
Alright.
I didn't say that as well. That's both Ra and me. We're in sync right now.
Yeah.
We're like sleepy.
We'll say we all get back to the last bastion. The little barbican set up. Drag you all back here. Riley says his goodbyes. Says you're welcome to stay at his mum's house anytime you're in town.
I'd love to meet your mother.
She's a beautiful lady. You'll trot back in, doing whatever you do, taking the tools to Haroth. He accepts them with a big smile. The first time you've really seen him smile in a while, as he gets a well-balanced hammer, and it's just way better tools in shaping prongs and just better stuff. Better, like new grade. I don't know mining new tools enough to tell you what's the better bits, but he has them.
First smile in a while.
Sweet.
So how much has the cost gone up for the next step up?
It
Harold
will cost you... Where is my little handouts for the market? Pretty sure it costs a cold 500 to upgrade to a +2. Ooh. But you must have a +1 to go to a +2.
I need 202 more gold.
You have to...
202?
Yep.
Ooh.
That'll get me to a +3, technically.
Lord Yell.
Oh, because of the zealot stuff?
Oh, Valkyrie. My enchantment.
Your strange, vibrating sword.
Right. I'd like to get my shield a little beefier, if that's okay.
Shield?
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. I suppose there isn't too much else to do once you get here.
I was gonna say we can do that off stream if we want.
Yeah, if you have money, I'll say you all kind of settle down and kind of situate yourselves about town, talking to whoever you start talking to, and we'll leave off this session with all of your ears being kind of perked up by a sound. The pirates among you, more so than anyone, as you hear cannon fire out kind of to the southeast, this way. You hear
Land pirates?
You hear cannon after cannon being shot, kind of semi-distantly off in the waters that way.
As pirates, would we be able to sort of like hear, judging by the loudness of the sound, like judge how far away this is happening?
Yeah, roll a
pirate check.
Yeah, roll a perception, I guess. Roll a pirate.
Or like water view, yeah.
Yeah,
whatever works.
Consider.
I'll do water vehicles
Fair
just
enough.
because I feel like that's where you'd hear that, right?
Absolutely.
So 3 plus perceptions. Yeah. Well, if we're doing wisdom, then this is what I get to roll.
Well, they're definitely not close. Like, they're not attacking you guys. They seem to be probably attacking something else out in the ocean, or maybe down at like the coastline. But you think you'd be able to get a good view if you went out and stood on the bridge, which is where people seem to be rushing right now to get a glimpse of what's happening.
Well, I definitely want to see.
Yeah. A lot of people are going to go see, and we'll all see what it is on session 31.
Next time.
Next time, we'll see who's on the shoreline. Holy crap.
Next time on Antumbra, Echo of the Eclipse. What will our heroes do when they see what's causing the cannon fire?
The crab ship is back. I forget that someone shot crabs at you. That happened in this game.
Yeah. A while ago.
My favorite part still.
Crab number 3.
Crab number 3.
Crab number 3.
Holy moly, I will have to pester old Mikey Boy about his answers to questions, since they couldn't make it here. I have to grab him and drag him in next week. As a pirate, I'm sure he'll want to see. It's
the last seen them.
It's been
Where's
a while.
Our boy?
It will be said that they are even more busy than they were before.
Oh boy.
So they might become a semi-background character for a while. So unless they're here, they will not really go with you guys to do stuff. They'll maintain the fort, and if they show up, Viridian just shows up. I'm not gonna drag them with you from this point on, in the assumption they'll show up, because they're busy mans, and they have asked to definitely not be the reason why we don't play a week, because he feels bad if that ever happens.
Oh. Yeah, we definitely got to get him here more, so hopefully he can show up some more.
Hell, if we could schedule another day, it might help, but right now we can't schedule anything, because this is the golden time for most of us, it seems.
Mm-hmm. Alright, sweet.
But yeah, we'll get out of here. It's late-ish for people. I know I'm tired. So, we'll catch us next time, or wherever else we see you doing stuff.
Yeah, see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Sheesh.